Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Disney Dungeons and Dragons. Woo! I am your Dungeon Master, August Schmidt, and with me, as always, this time of the week, our wonderful lost ones. Say hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, man. Oh, it's been quite a time. Oh, but it's always a pleasure to be here. Again, for those watching the stream, those first time or long time, this is our Disney Dungeons and Dragons home game. We do not own any of these properties. Please don't sue us. Please.
I can't handle another one of those.
Not again. I can't. Not a lawsuit.
We're just having fun.
But last we saw our adventuring lost ones. What a session. Find your way in Sumani City, taking care of the female gargoyle that attacked your ship, prepping supplies, and, of course, a wonderful wedding from Phoebus and Esmeralda. It was adorable. We were all there. We laughed. We cried. It moved me, Bob. And, honestly, after all that crazy good times, Barbossa sounding the call to the Brethren Court, you all headed off back into the Astral Sea up towards China, which you knew is one of those last places where if Shan-Yu went there, he would be there. And coming out of the Astral Sea, what you all see is on the deck of the ship, the Great Wall of China, this beautiful construction work rising 100 feet into the air, sloped a lot on points on that northern side to give that illusion of even more gargantuan height. All along this wall, Huns, these scaled Wanti abominations, half reptilian, half mammalian, each with sword, spear, sling, a variety of weapons, are amassed in a giant army, all pressing forward. What you see is on the southern side of the wall, what you know as Dysanian territory, the Chinese army, the Elven nation, is standing in beautiful symmetrical rows of just elven guard after elven warrior, each in pristine armor strapped, men, women, all of these persons and elves all waiting for who knows what. Of course, there's the amassed tents behind them. You have to set up base camps when this happens. What you see also is closer to the wall, there is a rows upon rows of catapults, which intermittently are flinging flaming boulders to rake into the armies on the other side. But unfortunately, you see amassed sporadically through the Wanti and Huns is catapults of their own which match. And so every so often, you see elven marksmen are looking through telescopes, signaling back down to the catapults to change quick directions to intercept these in the air. As you can't afford the wall to come down whatsoever. As these catapults are working, what you see, which is rather interesting, there is no light upon the wall. There are giant braziers, that you could assume are meant to hold fire, but this main tower that you see doesn't seem to be lit right now. It actually seems like it's completely barren, not even full, which might be the problem of usually when the Huns attack, this is kind of that base knowledge of history of this world. You light the fire and the world will know. Because, it's obviously China knows. Their guardsmen are going to alert their armies. But when these are lit, that's how the message gets down to ends where the armies aren't. And they can send messengers because they have time. As you are all flying in, again, leading this charge, a gigantic, scaled reptilian monstrosity. Top half human, bottom half this gross lizard.
Gross.
You see Shan-Yu has twin scepters that kind of curve upward. They're not bladed, they're actually just these giant metal rods, each with a fanged snake on the end, holding them forward in this grand, pharaoh-esque pose, leading forward the Wanti as they are all, again, tightly grouped. You see, it's that they're all moving that very reptilian mass where in and over each other, but just enough so that when catapults or other attacks come, they can shield up or move.
Wow, so scary. Guys,
So
I'm fucking
scary.
intimidated. I don't know.
Guys, this isn't going well.
myself.
And yes, on the top of the wall, of course, you see this giant brazier empty. But there are like other lights, like torches and elves that are running every which way. As you all are here, here's what I'll ask. Barbosa is currently at the helm. He is going, but immediately as you come out of astral travel, that kind of like loop of shimmering in and around. Currently, the ship is invisible. That's one of your saving graces right now. Is that before Barbosa went out, he and Phoebus let's go invisible, make sure we're not going to get caught, and you jumped in and found yourselves in this battlefield. Here's what I ask: what would you all like to do now that you are here?
I'm looking for the general of the army.
Ours. The Chinese.
Yours, yes. Go ahead and make me. And we're back. Thank you all, anyone in the chat, for just being patient with that technical difficulty. Yes, on that 20, what you're realizing, Nemo, and Gusteau kind of that help of well, I'm also technically undead.
Yeah.
The assembled Huns and armies seem to be living, which is rather unfortunate because it's well, if there was a variety, it means there's other stuff. This actually means this giant army assembled is all just Huns. This isn't Hades helping. This isn't any of your other enemies. All Shan-Yu's work.
But Facilier and the others brought Shan-Yu back himself.
Exactly. And that's where you're going.
To do this.
This may be Shan-Yu may have finally
Turn.
true resurrection himself, whether through the magic of what is his allies, right? It's no surprise or secret, but it's crap. Even Shan-Yu himself isn't giving off any undead clerical vibe of oh, that's a blood and sweat scaled snake.
So he's not undead or fiend?
No.
Guys, I can't do anything.
Yeah, me neither.
It's hey guys.
Well, that was fun. Let's turn around.
Hey guys, didn't we prepare a couple of Molotovs at one point?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shane.
Hey,
Why don't
so
we
this is a
do a
giant war,
flyby?
huh?
Yes.
Do a flyby with as many Molotovs as we have.
Would our first action be considered a surprise round since we are an invisible ship?
Yes. If you get in close, there's obvious ways that something might tip them off. You're invisible, but there is the noise of a ship moving that push through air. If they've got people looking for invisibles, you never know what's close. But yeah, from a certain distance, I would say about 200 feet in the air, so you're still in range of cannons, any of those stuff. You can take a full surprise round, which is pretty nice right now.
Okay. Full on war. And here's my question. Would they... Usually armies use having the help from the gods during wars, right?
That's true.
So if I divine intervention...
Hey.
Right here, right now.
10 cleric?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yo. Alright.
Just to see.
Yeah, to see if it works, use it, see. Here's what I'll say. We'll do it before it happens, because you can call on the deity. I gotta think this through.
Or maybe I should save it? Or, I don't know.
You could say, yeah, because if you want to try using it, because again, the whole point of it is it could fail either way. It's using an action, basically, you roll a percentile, and if you roll a number equal to or lower than your clerical level. So you'd have to roll a D10, 10 or lower on a percentile. And I choose the nature, maybe, if it's effect. Yeah. And it's... Does it say your deity? Your deity intervenes. So it's Tiger... You would be invoking Tiger Lily to help. You want to do it?
Volley of Molotovs?
Volley Molotov?
Plus divine intervention? Ayo, we just come in.
Yeah.
before I do that, I'm gonna make a
Okay.
quick prayer to Lily.
Gotcha.
Say, hey, Lily, there's a big old army fighting each other. What should we do?
Excellent. Go ahead. I will even give you this. Again, DMPCing, at least for the next, who knows how many minutes, Esmeralda can help action this for you.
Yeah.
As you're both clerics of the same god, that same domain even. It's that, you're both in tune.
Also, I want to say, do you think you could also, get in a nice word with some Chinese gods, too?
Yeah, I don't think any of you guys know, the gods that the elves worship, really.
Yeah.
Because there are 12 Olympians, but, each nation has their, chosen ones.
The Chinese being elves makes way too much sense.
It's a fun parallel. I think it's cool.
They
They're
live
they're a dope
they
nation.
have walls and
Beautiful
ginormous
architecture. Honestly, brilliant minds. They're
Going
this
insane.
really cool group of people. Yeah.
19 on that religion.
19. All right. I'll make my DM religion roll. You get the feeling it's that you pray out, and there's no immediate words or anything coming to mind. But as you pray out, you and Esmeralda, it's that I know we can do our best. There's no things because it may be that maybe it is I'd make my own choices, or there's nothing immediate wrong. It's that unfortunately basically it's a good middle ground to be in though. There's no immediate hey, watch out, or no, do this. It's well.
Okay.
My vote is still we ram Shan-Yu.
Shan-Yu, just
Shan-Yu.
go.
I'm thinking it would be hilarious. We just hit Shan-Yu upside the head with our ship, and then while we're down there, still invisible, we just throw as many Molotov cocktails at the army as we can.
And if
And
we're
just
down
go.
that low, we could have the unseen servants prepare a cannon blast. We could prepare the cannons on one side, and so we have Molotovs and cannons flowing out. It wouldn't
And divine
end the
intervention.
army, but it would cause a shit ton of chaos if we swooped down,
We are chaos.
rammed their leader,
You guys are chaos. Yeah.
and exploded stuff. And then we could fly back out, or jump off and send the ship out of danger, and we could start actually fighting on the front lines with the Persians or Chinese.
Or the Chinese, yeah.
Does anyone have any spells that can disguise us or make us more stealthy? if
Not
we-
even a little bit.
Alright.
Yeah. The only real stuff you guys have is the ship technically can do a pass without a trace on itself.
Yeah.
But it's at the cost of if you're trying to sneak someone with the ship versus being invisible, and it's a
Yeah,
but-
okay.
yeah.
I'll hold my divine intervention for now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go over to everyone. Okay, so Lily says maybe she could probably help. Maybe we could do something with the ship. I don't know much about.
Guys,
Yeah, Michael, what's up?
So, we have the bay doors that we normally use to get the horse in and out. What if we take all of the Molotovs and we drop them all at once?
Big
I like
bomb.
that.
Or we make a couple of those.
Do we have any fishnets? We just turn it, we stuff
Whoa,
the fishnet
whoa.
with the Molotov cocktails to make one giant. Ew, not those fishnets! You silly goose!
Here's what I'm gonna say. As you guys are working, or rather, doing what you need to, I'm just gonna help show you. About a minute has gone by. It's that quick, immediate. What do we do? Let me start praying. As you are figuring out what's going on, you see that Shan-Yu and his armies have gained about only 5 feet of ground.
Go!
But it's that are realizing eventually they'll make the wall.
Right.
And at that point they can start climbing
And
ladders.
also-
You don't know what they have in store.
They just give up and go home.
So it's you're realizing Shan-Yu
That's
himself
wild.
again. This is the big
It's 50
opening
feet away
place.
from-
You still have room to the wall, but it's in about what seems to be 35 feet or so they'll make it. Because it's again heavy shield magic and literal shields, making sure that nothing gets hit from them from archers.
What size are the doors?
The doors
Are bay
doors.
No, the wall doors. Sorry.
Oh, the wall. So what you're realizing on the north side, obviously, there's no doors at all.
Oh, okay.
On the opposite side of the wall, there are simple like doors, kind of like tucked into these big, giant towers. It's a bit of a cross view, right? Like inside, but to get up and in, there's always like a small little door because it's meant to be that like. So even if your enemies get in from the other side, they can't like open those. There's no big way.
Yeah.
It's like a last point of defense, if that makes sense.
So the armies would just scale the wall.
They would scale the wall, try to get up and over, but again, going up and over, then archers can peg them. I heard it. If
I heard.
if they breach the wall, like if they explode and go through, they would have to go out the other side of the doors. And if it's only like a normal like 4x8 door, that's a huge way to bottleneck an army in, right? It's basically trying to circumvent. So if you want in, you got to go up and over, and you've got all your ranged attack to keep an army at bay.
One final question: does snow count as water?
Not unless it's melted. That's one of those things. Because shape water can like
So if we
freeze.
were to like throw a couple hundred Molotovs,
Would that melt? Because I'm thinking
Might
I
just
could
burn.
do control water, cause an avalanche.
are we close to a mountain?
There
though?
are
It
no big
seems-
mountains. Most of the mountainous areas are far farther north.
He's learned his
This is
lesson.
a like,
Learned your lesson with control water.
not twice.
It won't
This
happen
is
again.
like a flat land because again, the wall was built into more like hill regions here, so that it's still like a divot. They're in technically a valley, but only like a 20-foot deep valley to get up.
Okay.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this really is kind of the head of the snake situation, because obviously the Huns will probably keep going, but one, they're most powerful and their most motivated unit
Our big oopsie.
is our big oopsie. The Hun.
They'd still
Shan-Yu.
fight even without Shan-Yu, but it would be
Our
a lot
big
more
oopsie the Hun.
reckless.
It's
Yeah, they'd be
well,
much more disorganized.
Not only
and
that,
when you're facing the Elven army, no contest,
Yeah.
right? Like
not only that, in the movie, Shan-Yu loses his entire army, but he continues on with only 5 other guys.
So,
And that's not normal. If you lose more than 90% of your army, you go home.
if I cast command on Shan-Yu and
Awesome.
make it call out
Forgive.
go
Repent.
home, repent, mercy.
Okay, we need to take out
So,
Shan-Yu.
boat.
Grovel.
We use the boat, ram the guy, but also we could do it like coming from the back, kind of get him in, and then swoop over, and then
I think we should just apply the ramming damage from hitting him with the front of the ship.
well, yeah, we hit him with the ship, but then we try and like get over the wall, so we're
Yeah,
not
that
like,
makes sense.
We'll be flying perpendicular to it, so we do one flyby, and then we go gain, and then just land inside the walls.
Wait,
That
what
works.
if you also
Yeah.
put a shatter glyph on the front of the ship, adding shatter damage too?
Oh,
That'll
that
take an hour.
takes an hour.
That
to
takes
do.
too long.
You're right.
And I will say,
So
But
I go
Okay.
down and start prepping the Molotovs and like
Yeah.
bundles.
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna
I'm
go
gonna go
behind
with
the
Mike,
army,
prepping
and then as we
Molotovs.
go, we
the army's
'Cause I can
gained
drop-
another
drop
5
stuff,
feet.
okay,
and
Barbosa, have the unseen servants prep
Cannons.
the cannons.
Okay.
I am going to have. Oh, can I?
Barbossa's also
Let me
good.
see
This is
something
going to be a
real quick.
hard check because again, you're trying to nosedive out of a descending ship. Because if you go in too low, people will notice you, even as invisible. It's not like what's up there, like something just
I
hit top
hear
my spear.
something.
So it's not like you got to do it at like best angle is always a 45 and hit. And Barbossa's going to have to do some insane sailing to just ramp and immediate turn to not like kill you all. Because I mean, then you're going into the ground, falling damage, crashing
That's true.
all in your
Yeah,
ship,
I think
and
we'll
that's
be fine.
bad.
That
Doesn't the damage
To
get
the
taken
ram,
by the ram?
But there's a certain threshold for that, and
Yeah.
so it's like if you're not careful, then all that damage is going through. You're like, oh no, not just the ram. Now
Maybe
we
I
did
should
too
prep
much.
And I can no longer possess the ship to try to hold it together with my constitution. So
Hmm.
If that's gonna happen, I'm gonna try to do my best in my power to help
Okay.
Barbosa with that, with like aid and.
So we're gonna go
Okay.
around, go over the army, and then drop stuff, hit him, go over the wall, essentially.
I don't think think we should drop it. I think we should be throwing it back because like the front few ranks are gonna hit the wall, but if we can scatter and cause panic further back,
Yeah.
they will quickly fall apart. And then as
I'm
soon
already
as we hit
prepping
Shan-Yu,
Molotovs
the
as,
front
like-
comes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're
Prepping.
going-
You're already
we're
prepping
going
Molotov.
behind the
Here's what I
army.
would say too. It's going in right now because of your ship size. You're gonna have to come like east to west kind of vibe. Because going north, I mean, there's a wall in the way. Barbosa would kill you all. Like it's that like there's no even the best sailor couldn't pull that up. So right now it's a boom, and you'd be able to then like passing by throw the Molotovs is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
How
Okay.
sharp is our long stick at the end of our bow? Sorry?
Not really. It's actually more of a giant piece of wood. It's two if you ever hit an iceberg, roach it again keeps the damage from getting to your hole first, right? It's that like having a mast that's something to break apart. It's why Flint uses two because then he can use it as an
But
attack.
if we're going at a 45-degree angle and then go straight back up, would that launch him? If it goes like under and fling.
That would be an insanely difficult check.
I think
it's not impossible,
I
but-
think that word.
We're the
chilling.
lost ones. Insanely difficult checks
Checks.
we eat for breakfast.
It's true. You guys do death-defying situations for lunch, right? It's that you could try to like literally get him, boop, and like using the momentum of the ship, catch him and just fling him.
I think just hitting.
Best
him would
case
be-
scenario, it happens like that. Worst case scenario,
We
you
slam
miss,
into the ground and destroy the meridian.
and middle case scenario, you hit him and then he's on your ship. Because then it's like, what?
I think it's
Oh.
fine if he's on our ship. We just want to get him behind enemy lines, low key.
So then I can cast
Yeah.
sleep.
No, well, I don't know. He probably has a lot of hit points.
Probably, but it's worth a shot.
I mean, if we
I
hit
can
him with it
upcast
and he
it.
takes a lot of damage, then maybe it's worth it.
I'm
Okay,
level 10. I
my plan though, because they've been moving forward the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah,
we,
you're right.
We're going.
we slam down, we ram him, we have the Unseen Servants fire,
Fire
cannons,
the cannons as we're.
we throw Molotovs. I'm going to go to the front of the ship and prepare Shatter, so the second that we hit him, I need 60-foot range. The second we're within range, I just blast him with it as an additional damage on top.
I think that
Yeah.
would notify him, right?
So would a ship hitting him. That's what I'm saying. It's like as,
As
we hit him.
hit.
As we hit.
Oh no, he'll know we're here. Yeah, he'll know. Yeah, no, yeah. Valid question.
No, that's good thinking.
because yes,
We don't wanna
once
get
you
much
start
surprise.
doing stuff, even though you're invisible, people know you're there.
But yeah, do those all work?
Yeah,
in the
I'm
surprise
going
round,
to
since there's
cast.
technically
It sounds
7 of
Mike
us?
is down at the bay doors, and you'll be throwing out Molotovs, is what I'm hearing.
I
Or
thought
you
of a
could do it from
big
above if it's.
Molotov ball.
I mean, we have multiple sets of Molotovs, but
Let me make a roll for how many. I can give you the exact number in a second.
Let me text you.
Yikes! All right, that's one of the highest percentile rolls I've ever done. So I'll use these.
what about the
You have 24 Molotov cocktails currently on the ship. I will say, Mike, in putting them together, it's like from all the alcohol you have, because you gotta have the right proof,
Yeah,
you gotta
'cause-
have the right rags.
Jack Sparrow's not here. We have alcohol.
Oh, good. We're not dry anymore here. Right? No, yeah. So you have 24 Molotov cocktail bombs that you could just ask the invisible servants load into the bay doors, and if you're there to help, like, carefully guide it, it's doable.
I think we bring them above
'Kay.
and then throw them over the edge because I want to be on top.
Okay. So make sure you're all on top. Doing so, then, let's think this through. Here, I'll pause my timer for the army so I can talk to this, because if Mike's doing Molotovs, Nick, you could also help do Molotovs.
Yeah, I'll help. him
Gusto,
out.
you want to stand more at the bow or the front of the ship to hit. Nemo, you're probably going to need to
Yeah.
be semi-close, though,
I'm gonna
unfortunately,
be close
Barbosa.
to Barbosa. I'm gonna cast guidance on him and then bless on these 3.
Perfect. Guidance and Bless. So Barbosa will have that, and because, yeah, Bless is what will help you guys with your attack hits. Cool. Let's see.
And then aid on these 3.
Aid as well. Yo, all right.
Yeah, bless.
Because,
Bless.
yeah, none of these are, yeah.
I did do bless.
Oh, on who?
Choose 3
All 3 of
companions.
you.
All right. Each of you have another 5 hit points.
Oh, Barbosa's going to get a
Um,
D10 for Bardic.
Bardic, all right. Here we go. Bless, I'm just making sure. Bless is the concentration. I
5
think.
extra.
Oh, excuse me. Bless or Guidance, you can only do 1 because they're both concentration. That's why I had to check.
And just for fun, I'm also going to cast Heroism on Barbosa.
Alright.
So bless or
Oh, but here's the thing: bless,
One
guidance, and
concentration.
heroism are all concentration.
Oh,
So you only get
that's
one.
true.
So you only get one.
Oh, I'll just do the guidance on Barbosa. For
Just
Yeah.
for the D4. Okay.
That
D4,
ends fast, though. That's a
D10.
cantrip.
Yes.
but the aid still works, right?
Yes, 8 story. So you guys all have a +5 hit
AIDS
points.
works.
Yeah.
AIDS works.
Nemo AIDS.
Here we go. You guys are turning the ship around. We're not gonna touch that comment. Bringing the ship down hard. The second it hits, you're casting your spells.
We also do not own this song.
We don't know this. Oh yeah, we don't know this too.
Immediately.
I've been playing this the entire time in the background.
I love it.
Subliminal.
So all this is happening. So what spell exactly? Making sure I'm ready for that too.
I would be casting Shatter. Also, check your phone.
Shatter. Hey yo, check your phone. From the bay doors.
From the bay doors.
That's a pure luck check right there. Because there's a very good chance something horrible would happen if you do it. Do you see what could happen?
Bless?
No.
not
Guidance?
Oh,
Take a wild guess of what could go wrong with your plan.
are you
What do you think could go wrong?
out the bay doors?
Nothing. I light it and throw it.
It could
Hello.
light the ship on
I'm-
fire.
You have an addict.
It's
I'm a metal
here's
body.
no. Here's the thing.
You.
Oh!
Very- Fast to light too. If you don't do it fast enough,
I have some unseen servants help me.
right now the unseen servants are at the cans because they're going to
I
be
help you.
cannoning as fast as you can. If you want to help, that would help because your fast hands. Because that's the thing is lightning and
I
then
have
go
something
go
that I need
go.
to tell you that we can't ever tell Phoebus or Esmeralda.
You came to the right person. Is
We
all I
bought
gotta
Kid
say.
a shit ton of marijuana.
Sorry.
So, we're gonna throw it at the Huns.
You
as a
look down. You've made it
distraction.
to like the stables at that point. You see Jolly Kid the Goat just goes meh and blinks with knowing eyes. Just
Now, what does this mean?
Nothing. We're getting
Why
rid
is the
of it.
goat looking at me like that? We're getting rid of the goat? Good.
No,
He keeps
Jolly's
waking me
gonna-
up.
No, Jolly's gonna be awakened soon. He's gonna hang out.
guys. Meh.
It looks like he's already awakened.
He's a homie. He's a
his
homie.
third eye is
Oh.
awake. But hey,
His
Jolly,
brain
here's the
has been
sitch.
enhanced.
There's a million Huns. People are gonna die.
Meh.
We'll buy you new hay, but for now we need to use what you have.
Meh, and just starts goat screaming as
We'll,
loud.
we'll leave a little bit, okay? Listen, we'll leave you
Make
enough.
me a persuasion check.
We bought you enough for a long time. We'll leave you enough for the next week. We're taking everything else, okay?
Make a persuasion check. It's a good plan, but
Can I give him the help action?
yeah, it's because you're trying to like listen.
Roll
goat.
again.
Okay.
Roll
so
again. Yeah,
first
have
one's
advantage.
6. Persuasion.
Yeah.
That's a dirty 20.
All right. You see, Kid looks so disgruntled and clops away somewhere off to the other part of the ship.
Thank
not
you,
sure.
kid.
Take it all. Take it all. He
I
should
just
be
start
having this.
shoveling.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, he can't
Yeah,
have this. Are you
Nick.
kidding
The
me?
second you like lift up one of the hay bales, you're like, "This is all grade A marijuana." Wait, how long has this been here?
Not a word
No.
to Esmeralda.
I need to give some of this to my buddy.
And so the plan.
Oh, you're
We give this to Finnick.
So if you keep some for you, yeah,
yeah,
I
sure.
need
that
you
was
just need a party favors.
How much is there?
There is enough.
a lot.
You know hay bales that are down here.
Oh.
A hay bale's worth of marijuana. And what
I'll
you
take
can
some of
do,
that.
all you can do, you can fast hand quick baggy out, like a good like 25 portions is what I'll say.
For party favors.
Because like
These are
that's
my
something you could sell as part of you have to have at least like 10 or more, right? You never only have a couple. 'Cause
20
like what if they have friends?
25,
20 and that's
26.
not even really dealt. And what you can do is you guys will be strapping it to like regular hay, lighting the normal hay, throwing it as you go because it'll be like you're basically carpet bombing with drugs.
You know how it is.
You know how
That's a
these
good
things
plan.
go.
Don't tell Nemo either.
Who?
What are you guys talking about?
Nothing.
Alrighty.
We're just making sure the animals are secure.
Oh, that's good.
I'll say, so you two will be down there doing that as you guys pass by.
I yell.
Yeah.
Hey,
That
make
will-
sure you actually do that before we.
Phoebus
Yeah.
and Esmeralda will
Before we
help
cross
Mike
over the wall.
with
Molotovs.
come in. And I'll keep. Hello, come on in.
Were you watching the stream?
No.
Oh, we'll
Good.
catch you up. Don't worry
We'll
about it.
catch us.
Hey,
We're
we're
winners.
winners.
Come on in.
Winners.
Come get.
Stuff all
Yay!
over.
Come get some cereal
Like,
food. You good?
dying. Well, I can't have milk in
Oh,
this
oh yeah.
Right now.
Dry
My
cereal.
bad.
Yeah, just eat some
Yeah,
cereal.
just we got a smorgasbord of cereal just for like snack.
Plop on
um,
down.
Here we go, Esmeralda.
I got red
Just
vines.
a basic catch up. What's happening?
Why?
I just looked
No.
at the screen.
Wait, what is this?
Why?
Why
Is-
didn't we just shoot him with the cannons? You guys, we have a ship.
Well, that's
No,
what that's
you're
what the
not-
thing is.
Okay.
So-
You were
I was
like,
about to say.
You were
This
like
is-
this plan.
This is the plan.
We're just gonna blow him up.
Barbosa and Nemo are at the helm. Barbosa is going to 45-degree come down, ram Shan-Yu, and pull out the dive to just like hit him and go. Once he hits, the invisible servants are all set to fire the cannons, into the army. And then,
Stab him straight through.
as that happens, these two are going to be at the bay doors and offloading like hay that they're going to light on fire to throw into the army. So like, not only is there like spreading
All
fire,
it will do is
is
catch him on.
it's then
All it
Mike.
will do is catch him on
Esmeralda
fire.
would immediately start dousing the dripping oil, just soaking it. And
If
dousing
you
it in
and-
oil.
You, Mike, and Phoebus can be on deck with 24 Molotov cocktails and throwing them over the side.
absolutely.
They're,
I'm
Yeah.
chucking
they're
them.
little bundles too, so if we want to get a bigger one, then, or we have a
Basically,
couple
offload.
Oh,
Carpet
I
bombing is
will
go,
throw as many as I
throwing the
can.
fire, because again, that's what will help spread. Again, doing these, I'll call them hay sticks. Maybe that's a good word for them. It's not like hay sticks. Well, it's like those throwing them in, let alone all the confusion it will cause. It's more fire because the bombs, but that will keep fire there. Because Molotov cocktails aren't gonna like do tons of stuff. This gives fuel. That being said, is everyone ready to roll initiative?
Hey,
Yeah,
August,
probably.
Can I steal the weekly supply and put it
Yes.
in my party pack?
Yes. Cool.
Hey, by the way, do I still have plus? Phoebus and I still have plus 2 initiative.
Yes, you
Or not
do.
initiative.
AC.
Armor, AC.
Also,
Yes.
that ring or that diamond is your ring.
What?
The diamond with Demona the Gargoyle is now part of your ring.
That is the diamond in your ring.
That's
I love
the
that
bag.
so much.
I'll deal with the consequences.
I just walk up to Hades. Guess who I'm wearing?
I'm wearing your baddies.
And Moto walks in and he's
Boom.
like, "You're wearing a clone."
Ah!
Damn it!
So that's the thing. Yes, Esmeralda, your AC is bumped to
That doesn't mean he
15.
gets
Phoebus
it.
is 18 now, which is great. Here we go.
Do you need?
I will kill.
Oh heck yeah! Can you just throw me one or two?
And I'm gonna play.
Nice. So, gang,
Just that AC
Um,
one. I had to walk here, you guys. I'm dying.
on for her.
That's
Um,
fine.
Here we go. For you guys, this is going to be a big initiative roll. You will get the surprise round because again, it's only once you hit Shan-Yu that they'll know you're here. Because what's happened?
China will know we're here.
Good.
Dang
says
it,
the
so it's
DM.
not like Skyrim where you can just hide and they're like, must have been the
It's
wind.
like even though the ship is invisible, it's not like okay, something is throwing fire and bombs off of it. Let's aim something over there, and even at disadvantage, you might hit. Here we
Y'all
go.
ready for this?
Yeah.
23.
Oh.
What?
23.
What's happening?
Oh!
Roll
I said,
initiative.
Y'all ready for this? And then I rolled a 19.
Okay, I don't have my thing up yet. What do I get to my initiative?
Oh, initiative. As well, you have a +2 to initiative.
Dude, that's a 20.
20.
I rolled an 18.
Yo, sit 20.
Oh wait, is it
23.
plus your regular initiative plus
Or
plus
plus.
No.
No, just
just
initiative,
my
unless
AC.
you
I
have
rolled
like.
an 18, got a plus 5.
15.
You got plus 5.
15.
Your dex is plus
Um,
5. Holy crap.
15. Mike Wazowski?
I made a stupid
23 as
decision
well.
and tried to,
23 as well. Wait, did you not
balance
20
it
it?
out, smooth it out.
No.
I should have just
Rolled
put
an 18.
everything in the
Oh,
dex.
you buffed it. Right. Sorry.
Well,
Man,
that's
I was
fine.
looking-
That's funny.
Mhm.
And That's all.
We only have
Gusto?
7.
7.
It's okay.
I just remembered I have Flash of Genius again because we leveled up.
Yeah.
Did we level up?
Gusto did.
Okay.
You guys are all like, it's that close range, like, hey, you're doing good, but Gusto was already behind. Here we go.
I was a small
I'll roll
child.
for Phoebus, because Phoebus right now is just going to be, like, linked to you, Esmeralda.
Okay.
So no matter what he rolls, like, yeah,
Well,
I got a
mean,
16.
we got married last time, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you have that bonus AC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's going to be, 16. I can do math. Insane.
Them so
I know.
And let me roll Shan-Yu and the army now.
Freaks on that.
Gosh dang it.
Wait,
Sure.
minute.
13.
I haven't used something.
Here we go. That is the initiative tracker. I will send that out anon. Here's how the initiative tracker will work then. It looks like, so Nick Wild, you will be going, excuse me.
Mike.
Nick and Mike, can you guys do a opposed roll off for Quake? Who goes first?
Rolled another 19.
Oh, I rolled an 11.
Cool. Nick will go first. Nick, you'll go first. Mike will go next. Esmeralda, you and Phoebus just right after you linked up. Nemo will go next. Barbosa is actually going to always be bottom of the initiative with the ship right now, if that makes sense. And most of the Huns and Shan-Yu, and then finally Gusto, you'll be last before the ship. Here we go. And sent.
I wish I had the spell catapult. I might.
I do.
Mike does.
Dude, why don't we just start catapulting these Molotov cocktails, man?
Nick, as you are down, you feel the ship is coming in. You know your
No.
surprise round is about to begin, shall we say.
We also, you didn't hide the initiative order for the enemies.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey, why does it say Shan-Yu the Immortal?
Yeah.
That's his official title.
Ugh.
Shan-Yu the Immortal.
Ugh.
I think you
um,
meant to spell immoral.
Yeah, that's a...
Oh, yeah. Of
Rookie
course.
mistake. Please.
Barbosa's going to come in, because we're going to start in that, like, end of the round, start of a round surprise.
Okay.
As Barbosa comes in, here we go.
Surprise!
Nemo,
it.
you helped cast the guidance on Barbosa. And a bardic inspiration given to Barbosa as well.
It's a D10.
Here we go. This is Box of Doom.
Just one roll.
Immediately. The first roll we have
Listen, guys,
today.
it's just a bunch of
Other than
snakes.
initiative.
We got this. You just throw a ton of mongooses.
He has advantage, right?
down
This
there.
is no advantage right now.
I saw so many.
Barbosa is coming through.
Really?
He is
They're like
again with his
invasive.
proficiency bonus. It's still like a plus 10 to this.
Was
He's
it any
really
of
good at
past
sailing.
life things.
Mongooses.
You know, I'm probably gonna give him an extra roll just in case.
Just in case.
In the
Cool.
day.
So we'll have like initiative because of a
Who thought
lucky.
that was a good
Here we
idea?
go. We're gonna start by rolling Nemo's guidance in our Box of Doom here. And
Yeah,
fun fact for those watching stream, I now have a cam for Box of Doom.
Ooh.
Nemo can't be
That's a
married.
1 for the guidance.
Oh man.
Here comes the D10 of inspiration. 5. So right now, plus
16.
16.
Wait. Plus 16.
Because Barbosa has like a plus 10 to a ship's
Whoa.
well, his proficiency plus his
You guys, he's a
skills. He knows his stuff.
Okay.
So plus 16.
Wise
Here's the
spirit.
thing though. This is a DC 30 thing you're trying to accomplish.
pirate.
You're trying to pull off somehow hitting a man, force damage into it, and pulling off before you're trying to like
roll a
kiss
15
the
or
ground.
higher.
15,
Or a 14.
a 14 or higher. Here comes the first roll. That's a 5. Lucky it?
Nah, yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
No.
if this doesn't work, could I divine intervention?
Hey.
As a held action on your turn? Yeah. You can held action just in case this doesn't work.
You might want to
I
say
am-
that.
You might want to save
Well,
it.
yeah, but if
Here
it
we go.
fails, we're gonna crash.
Lucky.
That's one way to enter China.
I got.
That is a 16.
Oh,
It was off screen on that. Here we go.
let's go!
Back to the mainstream. On a
Can't stop the fox.
32. Barbosa, boom, is insanely going. You guys, it's like that naturally you grip the edge of the ship because like, we're gonna crash, we're gonna crash, we're gonna crash, we're gonna crash. As
Daddy!
200,
Help me!
180, 160, 140, 50, 90. Boom! It's suddenly at that 1 foot mark away from Shan-Yu. You see him turn. He's not dumb. As suddenly turns.
Something's whistling.
Something's whistling. Suddenly turns. Boom!
Oh, slow.
As your
How about
invisible
robot
mask
do
head
this?
hits in. This is going to be a ton of
Full
Ds.
ram damage.
Oh wait, are you also going to do that shatter?
Because I'm helping with carpet bomb, I can't.
Tying up
I'm on
the
the
hay
opposite
bales
side
to
of
like
it.
throw out as like a fire spread.
3d8. It's not worth it compared to being able to cause chaos in the army. Does that make sense?
That was so many tens.
Hell yeah!
Now I can do sleep.
99 points of bludgeoning damage. Your ramming hole has 1 hit point left. Because again, the ship takes that too, but it goes right into the ram because Barbosa did it successfully.
So we can't ram anything else.
Correct.
Dang it.
Barbosa,
There
boom,
goes Plan B.
boom, hits
You
on
just
you.
knock over
He
from the
hits
top.
the deck. You had to get above a certain amount of a DC 30 to like do that flip thing or a nat 20 kind of vibe. As boom, slamming him into the dirt. He goes from looking perfectly fine to horribly and severely bloody. As that's all that force damage, all that normal, like, yeah, he's got resistance
Hey,
stuff,
throw
not to
bombs.
force damage from a ship.
Dang, I should have
Boom.
thought of that.
It's also magical force damage because Meridian.
Yes, the Meridian's technically magical. That's what's bypassing so much of that normal, like, I got armor, I got stuff. Ship.
Ship.
As this happens, boom, you feel the ship level off as Barbosa
No longer
hard
do we hear
turns.
icebergs.
It's
We
that,
are
like,
the
you
iceberg.
have to start hard turning before, so as it skid thuds into him. Nick, the bay doors open up. What do you do for your official turn now?
Bombs away!
Take.
I'm throwing hay out. I've stolen kids' extra weekly stuff.
Just like as much flammable material, lighting on fire, throwing it out the back.
Can you
As,
say for flavor, I just have like a cooking like butane torch and I'm just blowing
And as he's like throwing it through.
just
like one of those
setting it off.
fancy like creme brulee torches.
Yeah,
And it
exactly.
boom, 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 boom.
Is this a bonus action to do this?
This is a full action.
Full
You are
action.
offloading as much as you can.
Okay. That'll be my I'm gonna move up to the top
Okay.
and bonus action hide.
Throw all this off and then like, and now flee. You go and hide. Mike Wazowski, you are on
16.
top of the deck.
I have advantage.
Okay, so I
Cool.
can I see
Hi.
Shan-Yu?
Right now,
Sorry, 31.
technically no, he's right under your ship.
We're just
Like,
skidding him along.
Yeah, it's like you know you just bodied him. Just line drive into the ground, and so it's like he's perfectly under the ship right now. But you know he's prone, just being boom.
Face first, right now.
Exactly. 'Cause-
I want to hold my action, but the rest of it use throwing the Molotovs.
Gotcha. So like more what's what I'm looking for? Like object interaction of just like, okay, off, 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 off.
Yeah.
Um
I'm just like light throw, light throw.
excellent.
Throw your back into it.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Explosions and like trickling oil fires are spreading now everywhere. Being hindered by the armies that are like easily stepping out of Molotov, suddenly like flaming hay is like hitting the army and there's whoa, like as suddenly flames are appearing everywhere. Holding your action for
In case something comes hurtling at our ship.
excellent.
That's fair.
That's smart. Here we go. Esmeralda.
Would you say within 10 feet of the ground?
Are you gonna jump?
I don't think you're technically 10 because over the side of the ship's got unfortunately those decks.
Ah.
You're about that like 40-foot range because again you're like up
Dang it,
on deck.
no.
It's that
Okay. Then I will use
Discrepancy.
my action to just, I'm lighting them up, baby.
flick,
Do
flick, flick.
this.
full
I've
action.
thrown some gunpowder in a few of them just to add the extra oomph.
Napalm, gunpowder, rag, light it, boom, yeah, oomphing in. Go
I've
ahead.
like taken the giant jars too.
We call
I'm
this
chucking
baloney
them.
special.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, that's more damage to the army as a whole. Yikes.
Did that melt some of the snow?
Not yet. Because right now, explosion fire, it's hot, but it's not melting hot yet. It's that like sizzle hot of like, well, like fire on snow. It's sizzle. You can actually light a fire on top of snow, and so it's like after a while the heat will start. So immediately it won't melt, but as of right now, it's starting to.
Okay.
Hey, is the ship technically a creature?
No, it's construct. That's a good
Okay.
question. The great Captain Phoebus, you see, he's doing it like trying to look professional, but it's still that like such an anarchist vibe where you light a Molotov and
You
fuck
got it,
it.
babe!
And so Phoebus just like, I know, like trying to like look professional, but it's still like,
This isn't the army! This is war!
Rotate the hips.
Nemo, that is your turn now.
Leverage. Okay. We are 40 feet away from Shan-Yu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like directly below, 40 feet.
And how far
Finger
away
of
from
death.
are the armies?
The armies are like right up here. They're like right in and around Shan-Yu. Like, so when the cannons go off at the end of the round, it's gonna just rake into this front line army.
Well, here it comes, boys. I'm gonna cast Sleep. If I upcast it to 5th level, that's 15d8.
What?
Because it's additional 2d8 for every spell above first.
Nice.
I start with 5d8.
Dude, what if we were able to catch
No,
them off in the
yeah,
astral sea?
5,
We were
6,
being
7,
highly
8, 9,
astral sea,
10,
that's
11,
what
12, 13d8.
When we rammed into it.
13d8.
13d8.
It's so funny.
I can get as many d8s as I can
I
get.
have 13 right here.
Oh, sick.
Game.
Almost like you had it planned.
Well, the second someone goes to sleep, I'm like, let me get those ready.
Guys, we can just kill Shan-Yu if this happens.
We could.
I was
That's
joking
the
that
thing.
if we were able to
I
get
wish
out
we
of
could
astral
do it
sea,
in the box soon, but like, there's just so much.
So many
Because
d8s in the
if
box.
you if you put Shan-Yu to sleep, that changes the battle.
Oh, yeah.
He's dead.
That's like he is down, and like, what do you do at that point, right? Like,
Here it comes.
August, what are your policies on
we
falling?
just need to get a mongoose,
You have max
cast and
falling
large,
damage.
like 15 different
Okay.
Depends on
I'm
the
seeing some
situation.
7s.
if it's a controlled
Ones,
fall, if
two
that makes
ones.
sense, I cap it. But like, if
Yeah,
there's like
calculate.
What if somebody's
insane,
unconscious falling through the air?
there's no real cap. Just screw you.
Someone say unconscious.
Okay.
Just saying,
2,
if we
Two.
could get through the astral sea like really
One.
quickly, imagine if
Three.
we had rammed him
7.
right as we went into
Four.
the astral sea, launched
One.
him into the astral sea,
Two.
and went out.
That would have been a
But it takes
DC
an hour to go
40
in.
check though, because it's
Two.
not just like going in and out.
Six.
You're trying to like plan the perfect like in out like to a.
That's a total
To a
of
T.
53.
It was close, but not enough.
How far was I? How close was I?
Yeah, tell us his remaining
That was the remaining hit point.
Uh,
Oh yeah, do it. You will. It's
I
off
should
by a margin of about that 20-ish range. You
Dang
think? Like somewhere in around there,
Yeah,
maybe
you got
above,
one,
maybe
two,
below,
three,
is what I'll say.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of your dice under a 3.
Oh, that's rough.
But I do put some other armies to sleep, right?
Yes, what I would say is most of the like advanced guard, you're noticing a couple of these Wanti Huns. It's not one.
Hun.
It's U
UNT.
UNT.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep saying it wrong.
Font
That's
you.
on me. Well,
On
that's such a white person thing to do. It's UNT. 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 As they are
UNT.
coming in,
I do want
Nemo, you just this like Brussels like out sparkling like kind of like out the ship, like the smoke that rises off of the flaming hay, kind of like ting, 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 sparkles in and around.
It's so
And
pretty.
I'll roll for it because there's a couple probably. Yeah, like a good like 9 or so directly around Shan-Yu drop. Because they're like not high level, they're just like foot soldiers, right? They're not here for the hit points. Nemo, as this happens, that is the army's turn in Shan-Yu's, but they are surprised. Again, you beat the DC, so they didn't know you were coming.
Surprise, Shotty!
Gusto, Nick has finished doing a lot, and so it's you. You can continue throwing some of the rest, or you could do something else. Because you've already okay, let's go hide now.
Okay, so are we already we hit him and then we're passing him and he's still on the ground?
You have hit him. He is on the ground. At the end of the round, so after you, that's when Barbosa and the ship goes, where then Barbosa does the final turn
Lift
up.
and mechanics.
And yes, that's when the cannons will go, all that.
Okay.
Or it'll be like cannons then lift.
I forgot this was a surprise round and they don't have turn this round.
Shan-Yu can't take his legendary actions, can't do anything.
Dude is like face down in the dirt.
Yeah.
I
Being
think
crushed.
hurting him and then doing the sleep thing. It was.
Oh, you bet I'm gonna do sleep again.
I'm gonna hurt him.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah, I think I'm
Just don't hurt
I'm
him after he gets sleep, because then he'll wake up.
not gonna continue throwing the hay.
Can you polymorph
Instead,
that
I'm
then?
going to.
Get all the-
Get
Get all the hay out of there.
Not anymore.
Oh, actually, that's a good idea. I'm gonna throw the rest of the hay.
The rest of
Really?
awesome.
And then I'm going to send a rat bird after
It sounded exactly like it.
after Nick and have it fly up, and it just lands on your shoulder and casts magic
Well,
weapon
you want something
plus
with
3.
points so I can get some again. Oh, I got it.
Interesting.
Your Hephaestus sword is now a +3 magic weapon.
This is for you, Hephaestus.
Can't do it.
Hey, yo, this
It's all
one's for
right.
you.
I did more to it than he has.
Here we go. At the end of
Rat
the
bird is still
round,
just perching
It's
on
just
your
the
shoulder.
beast whale.
He's hanging out like a pirate.
you guys want, and here,
You're like a parrot.
boom, 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 as all of your starboard cannons lay into this army again. Barbosa has this ship, that perfect little tilt where it's just gonna rake into the earth and into their skulls. All of these go off, just explosions happening. True, absolute anarchy.
This is the
Barbosa is going to make the guidance is still on him, but use the bar. It's not an insane check at this point, but it's that make sure you can successfully go up now. Just a quick. It's not a box doom. Plus 10 plus 4.
Yeah.
Synthetic 19. He rolled a
Okay.
5 and is still fine, right? On a synth 19, because the DC's only a 16. Boom. You all feel yourself sudden that 45 degree, and you were all ready for it, so no dex needed. Suddenly, the ship has gone from flat to 45 degree steep, but you all lean into it. You feel the ship holding the side. Boom, as you are going up and out. The ship gets a bit of ways. So from the back, Gusto, you can see Shan-Yu now on the ground. He's about from where you are, going in and up. 30 feet away from you, Gusto. Any of you guys that are up by the helm, top deck, it's still that 40 feet. It's just now 40 feet the other way, if that makes sense.
I fall.
Nemo, as the ship comes around, that makes the start of the turn. I have to make a quick morale check for the army as this happens, as this is a big thing.
I have a big question. Can Phoebus be holding a polymorph when he gets close enough to Shan-Yu? And he's going to polymorph him into, something...
Goldfish.
No, it needs to have hit points so that if it gets smacked, it doesn't, pop right back. But it's got to be something that's practically useless,
Oh, wait. I have the best idea. Because
It's in range. Yeah.
does anyone have animal messenger?
No, we don't want to
Well, no, 'cause
set him
then-
off.
We'll send him off, but then I'll put my Olatuk's Resilient Spear, and he'll just go forever. Forever as a bird, nothing can hurt him.
Polymorph
He's
doesn't
always a
last that
pigeon.
long, though.
Polymorph does only last an hour.
Yeah, but it's
A sloth! He's gonna polymorph him into a sloth!
Guys, we're trying to kill him right now. I don't think we should just kill him.
Just make him a sloth.
Because
He's gonna be a sloth!
He could, because it helps. So it's more the
Well,
your
I'm not
army's
going to
looking
see-
for the general, not a sloth on the ground. If they're smart enough, they could go, "Hey yo," and pick it up. But it's more of that confusion tactic of, find your half-dead leader when
Let's
he's
try
a
to
sloth.
kill him.
If
Yeah,
we
but
don't,
I'm just saying.
in time, for
This
round,
buys us time to come
And it's
back
chaos.
around and to see
Because-
I'm liking that.
Here's the thing.
And I
This
think we just
is
give the most confusion as possible.
it's not
Turn him
box
into
doom.
a
This
sloth.
is a big roll though. What's about to happen
that'll
top
die
the order.
instantly. We gotta
with this army's morale check, they rolled really low, which might be bad in terms of continuing the fight. Because this is a point where an army, there is always a natural retreat. There's always a point, no matter how brave you are, it's not like we've got to turn back. And with this huge hit to their front line that they're not coming from, yeah. Fun fact, stuff that could have happened to help them, like if you were going to cast immediate spells, now can't. But they might retreat. So here comes their second, because they failed the first morale check, so this triggers their retreat now. Is Shan-Yu going to retreat or not? He's got decent wisdom. He's a good leader.
What is that? A D20?
Let's do 20.
Interesting.
You do have 2 luckies left. Here we go. He gets this roll with advantage, because part of his brave feature with stuff like frightened or turn.
Oh, so there's gonna be 2 rolls?
2 rolls.
Cool.
Let you know, he's got a +9.
Was he gonna
He
beat?
just needs to beat a DC, currently with what happened, a DC 20, because it's on a DC 20, he has realized, let's quick retreat and regroup.
Guys,
It's gonna like stop fight, even if you guys fall, he might.
Oh.
Defensive running tactics are a thing, and so it'll be hard to kill him on the run, if that makes sense. So,
You want to just throw the extra D20 in there?
I'll throw it in. Here we go. Here comes the first one. That first roll was a 6, meaning that's 1 failure. He does have advantage.
So if he succeeds, he'll retreat.
If he succeeds, he'll retreat. It's not like, are you smart enough to know you can't win this fight? That is a 13, so he has succeeded.
Lucky.
Here comes
You
that
know,
lucky.
Let's
On
just go with the
points.
6.
On the, so yeah, no, you mean on the 13, because you want the 6 already.
Yeah. No, wait.
Re-roll the-
You'll have a total of 3 rolls, and I gotta choose
Yeah.
which one it is.
So keep,
Yeah, just roll.
Here we go. That was a nat 1.
Dang.
dude, I would reroll that.
Fight, men!
Let's-
As Shan-Yu on a 12 insight,
A true
He
Hun
can
will
do this.
Never run
a
from
true
fight.
Hun. The army is not going to retreat. They're still
You
here.
didn't lucky the thing though.
I did.
He did lucky,
Oh.
yeah, because I rolled the 13,
You
meaning,
rolled the
oh
13.
no, let's retreat. He
Which
luckied
would
the
be good.
13.
We're
that.
forcing him to stay.
Is he gonna try to like do that retreat save every
We
turn?
don't want him to retreat.
Yes, that is something that will happen every turn.
So
Because
we can kill him?
it's
We
what,
put him nearly in the dirt in 1 round. He has maybe 70 hit points left.
That's why I'm saying, guys, we're gonna. You should turn him into a
Do it, and then we're all gonna stab.
and then just
him.
happen, yeah, you could go
And
for
then
it.
we
So
kill
yes,
him
but
and eat
every
him.
round,
Yes.
the worse and worse it gets, the armies have natural retreat checks. It's that natural, like, we don't want to stay and fight, we retreat, regroup, come back stronger kind of vibe.
Bruno.
Whose turn is it?
Couldn't make it.
Nice.
We're back to the top of Nick. It is your turn. So you're on top deck right now because you just kind of scampered up.
What
Which,
happened to Bruno?
he is below deck hiding.
I'm gonna yell.
Bruno!
I'm gonna
You're
yell.
gonna force him to start a fight?
We need all the men we
Over
can
here.
get.
Hey, Shan-Yu! And I cast Compelled Duel. He needs to make a Wisdom save.
Compelled
Playing
Duel?
a bard. Be a bard.
What's the DC save?
15.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait a
He's got a good wisdom. That's 11. You see, he turns, suddenly realizes. Fun fact, because with the cannon fire, the ship is no longer invisible. The ship took an attack. So, as the ship comes to you, Shan-Yu looks up. Fight. You see, he takes these staffs he's holding, twirls them. They become curved scimitars now. Like out of staff form into like sword form. You see, just you're mine.
I throw my jacket.
Rapper catches it, folds it, and sets it on the floor.
Thanks,
Rapper-
buddy. Is there anyone immediately by him?
Most of his people by him are asleep. Fun fact. Which
Are what?
fun fact would have been more of the mages helping him with other sneaky spell stuff. But spells don't help you when a ship comes at you going 80 miles an hour.
I mean, is there any of our allies immediately on Shan-Yu?
Oh, allies. No allies are immediately on him.
Okay, I'm just gonna stab him.
How'd you get down there?
Yeah,
Oh,
did you jump off
you would
the
have
deck?
to use your board first. Yeah, because Right
Wait, is he not on the ship?
He's not on the
No,
ship.
he is still on the ground. You are about, all of you, that 40 feet, or well, Gusto's is technically like 30, being in the bay doors, 40 feet diagonally
Is he on the
northwards.
ground still, or did he get up?
Yes. Oh no, excuse me. He's still prone. Until his turn, he is prone.
I
Which
thought that
he
we
did
were.
this.
I thought that we were getting him on the ship.
Oh, no.
Oh,
we haven't
no.
scooped him up
But
yet.
then I would've
They
been
would have had to
potentially
succeed a DC 30
burning
by
hay on the ship.
much more than 30 to do something like that.
In that case, I'll just throw it.
Excellent. Throw the sword at him.
Oh no, your sword!
Oh no!
If only it could.
If only it did this. 25.
That hits.
Smite.
How many upcasts?
Is this guy by chance
there's
a
these guys.
fiend or undead?
No, we checked it.
Yeah,
No, yeah, at the beginning. Sorry, I just realized I need to put Phoebus and Esmeralda in. You guys are up
Hey, yo, what's
there. It's actually, excuse me, Nemo's technically also up here. Gusto, you're slightly below. And again, like, the ship is here, it's just you guys are, like, here on the ship. Right? Like, on the edge of the deck, right? Like, the ship is actually, like, skimming the wall, too. It's at very close, like, any further and you're crashing, but Barbossa's keeping it just enough.
Yeah, Barbossa.
That's a lot of dice.
You nervous?
No?
You should be.
Ah.
20.
I'd say we turn him into
30,
a
there we go.
throne
So now
road.
that's about how far you're away, if that makes sense spatially.
42.
Put him on the meridian.
42 points of
Oh.
damage.
Sorry. 43.
I could use a new coat.
43.
You're welcome.
Boom, 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 boom. Sword gouges in, radiant like
What the hell?
boom, roars in pain as he is just screaming at this sword driven through him. He looks so hurt now as he is prone. Like, oh man.
Come get me, buddy. I'm going to ignite my board.
What?
Choo choo.
And then just get off the ship.
I didn't.
And
Wait,
just
Nick,
in the
take me
sky.
with you.
Okay.
A quick hand, just like you jump
Oh,
on your
Are
board.
you getting off of the ship?
Ship, yeah. I want to be 100 feet away from Shan-Yu.
To top. Good
And
lord.
I'm with him.
Yes.
We passed.
Just like old times.
Hey, and we 100 feet, like up diagonally left.
Diagonally. Like a total of this arm is 100 feet.
Jeez Louise. Gone. It's that cool little, like, zoom, boom, as the thruster ignites below you. You shoot off that 80 feet upwards. You are now 120 feet away from him if you want to take full movement. Or you can
not full movement, just
keep
exactly
it just 100. Clever. Just within 100. Well done, Nick Wilde.
Is that how far you can throw the sword?
What can
I
Phoebus
throw the
call
sword
him?
like 80, I think it was.
Yeah.
But this way I can pop in and pop out.
Yes, like into range, out of range. Smart. Hell
You
yeah.
can't stop the fox.
Mike Wazowski, my friend.
Put him to sleep. Put him to
That
sleep.
is you.
So. I'm gonna hit him with gravity seed.
Yo.
Plus or minus bardic.
What a great delivery.
I'd like to think that I'm still standing at the open bay doors, just watching this happen to him.
You still have the
Yes.
flame going, just
Yeah.
in case.
Just like watching.
No,
you
not
two.
actually making a creme brulee. I'm
Oh,
so.
right, there's no stomach.
What? They didn't make me a stomach?
For
I'm
what?
a chef!
It's more like you have taste receptors for like, ooh, good or bad, but
Oh,
like
okay,
nothing
so I
like.
don't actually have to eat, but I just like.
It's like more like.
Spit it out. Good.
Can you imagine like a chef? Yep, that's good. Puts it back in the bowl.
Yeah.
I have no germs.
No germs.
No saliva
No
either.
saliva. Here we go.
Still, that's gross.
Con
Make
save.
a con save or take 5d10 force damage.
I'm upcasting it to 6th level, so it's 60
Hell yeah. And are you bonus action minus parting on him too?
Yes.
Holy shit. Go ahead, roll your
It's
d10.
a 9.
It's a 9. Oh my gosh.
Guys, this is.
Well,
this
he
seems
now has
way
a
too
minus
easy.
1 to whatever he rolls.
Something's gonna
And he's
happen.
just got to
I
fail
think
against your
I think we're just doing.
DC.
But he's called Shan-Yu the Immortal.
Guess we'll find out.
Guess you'll find out.
Yeah, well,
Here
he
we
was
go.
brought back to life.
Mike, he just has to beat your DC of, I believe, 17 right now. Because you have 5 plus.
I think it's 60.
You've got the cape though, right?
I do have the game. Does it
So-
add to the
That. So you have
whatever that does?
9 plus your proficiency 4, so 13 plus 8. You have a DC save of 21 right now, my guy.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
As this is a this is a like
He's got a -1.
this is a legendary cloak that Mike got. My guy's got a -1 that has to make a
When
DC
did that happen?
21 save.
So like
Only
Literally,
a nat 20.
only a nat
Only
Guys,
a
when
nat
did
20.
the cloak happen? I don't remember that.
I've had this for a while.
We don't know where he got it from though.
I just showed up with it. Okay.
Wow.
Dude, what the heck?
I have plus 18 to all like persuasion checks.
Hey,
That's not a nat 20.
Wow.
Is it a 1?
Hey,
It's
lucky.
16. Lucky just to be a fun. No, because then if it was a nat 20, you gotta take it. That's the one problem with lucky is it could lucky you for the worse, if that makes sense, right? You're like, oh no. 6d10.
Holy crap. You need more D10.
And is pulled straight towards the center of the sphere. So he's just being sucked into the ground. Good lord. Yeah, he's gonna do that.
Get out of here,
Did he just
dice.
polymorph him into an amoeba?
Into a meme. Tell me who in a magical setting knows what an amoeba is, though. Like,
So
that's insane.
don't know.
Wait, if someone polymorphs into a tardigrade, are they just immortal?
26.
Because they technically can't die from anything.
Phoebus, polymorph me into a T-Rex!
The problem is, it's the challenge rating.
36.
Water bears are
He's
overrated.
dead.
How you wanna
He's
do this,
dead.
Mike?
He's dead.
So I
like them. They're cool.
I look at him and I'm like, I really like this new spell, and I just cast it on him.
Jesus Christ!
Ah, boom!
And this sinkhole, it's kind of like a black hole, kind of just like
Oh,
it just starts off as like this little speck coming from my hand, and then it grows bigger and bigger to its full size as it also catches around him anybody who's kind of within that range.
The sleeping guys get
all
yanked
the
in.
sleeping guys,
Black
and
hole.
it just like continues to
And
grow
mega
until
laser.
it like
Oh, those guys?
speeds up.
They're dead. They don't save on con saves when you're asleep. You just die.
It like spins, spirals, speeds up as it goes, and then it just hits him into the ground and just like pulls like everything in until it's done.
I'm glad he's on our side.
Mike, you just triggered the coolest thing. What you watch is boom as Shan-Yu explodes
An
in
earthquake?
this swirl. At the end of your turn, Mike, you see swirling goes unconscious, and as he does, I will describe what happens.
Earthquake.
Crap!
Boom! An explosion of scales and light.
No.
As you watch, shedding
Like,
skin.
still in the gravity sinkhole.
Boom! Rips apart. The problem, though, being, as this triggers, you see his scepters he's holding glow and trigger a held action as part of their thing. The gravity sinkhole ceases.
Boo.
Ah!
As this happens, though, what you see is a freshly descaled Shan-Yu sits
Ew.
up. You see, though, he looks much more, I don't want to say vulnerable, like the heavier armor he was wearing seems gone. But already he is now, boom, alive. Completely.
Dang it.
I knew it.
As this happens, you watch as he looks at this, picks up his staves, and for his legendary action, now that you trigger this, immediately gives an unintelligible cry that none of you speak of a language, hissing and grottily just like screaming outwards. Each of these Wanti all suddenly look frightened in that sense, about face. And you watch as the army is about to turn.
Dang it.
The army is turning. At the end of this round, you think it's that, like, retreat. They have just, like, ordered the retreat. As Shan-Yu, boom, fresh, if not looking much more, like, de-armored and de-skilled, but
Hey.
still very healthy
He
now.
got rid of his first life, though.
Hey,
He's drawn to me.
Compelled Duel unfortunately stops. That's like his old life, if that makes sense. It's a reset. He gets a
New
reset.
skin, new me.
I would like to do
New
my
skin.
divine
New skin,
intervention
who
now.
dis?
No.
Yeah, buddy.
You ready for this percentile roll? You gotta get a 10 or below. There's not a lot of spells, unfortunately, can help. And you would have had to have been holding those earlier. Nemo, just gotta hit a DC. Let's do it the other way. Let's say get a 90 or higher. It's always fun to go high, right? Like, based on your level, you need a 90 or higher on a percentile die. Could be it.
Nemo.
What's a box of
Nemo. Oh, it's a box of doom.
It's a box of doom.
Here we go. Let's make sure. Let's quickly get the box of doom working for our viewers.
Twitch chat got him.
Deactivate. Activate.
Hey yo.
There we go. Oh gosh. I'm literally right on stream. No. Go ahead, roll it on stream. Let's get this. Woo! That's a 99!
Yo! 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 That's it! My percentiles are golden! Golden! And we got that on the box of doom kit!
Pope Nemo!
Pope Nemo!
Bow down!
Back to the normal map. Holy shit!
Let's do this, boys!
So cool!
We're about to defeat an army!
The divine intervention's like, no offense, they like don't work.
All
it
right,
seems
August, here's what's gonna happen.
Boom, you are calling upon your
As
god.
I call.
Hey,
Telling
Lily!
the DM what's gonna happen.
This is what's about to occur.
So you know the
Biggest
movie
Molotov
Prince of Egypt?
Oh gosh.
I am going
Love
to
it.
press my fins
Oh, those are
against
yours.
my
No, they're not.
orb.
You
Eyes
They're-
closed.
Not mine.
The water around me glows in light blue and white, with a little bit of sparks of flames around me. Hey Lily, this is Nemo. Can we not have the army retreat? They're bad guys. Thanks.
What did that have to do with the Prince of Egypt?
What? Well,
Let
I
these
was
people not go!
I was gonna do
Let
like a
these
cool like
people
staff thing, but then I
stay.
realized I was Nemo, so
You
never
pick up
mind.
like a little fake shrub that's in your bowl.
Yeah.
A little twig.
No, that's so sick.
Holy cow.
Your water's part.
Shall not pass!
You are asking for a god to
His
make
water's
sure these
part.
people don't
People says
retreat.
Lily, murk their ass! Let's do
Giant
this!
mullet.
Can I make a
Since it was
recommendation?
so
Literally.
high, could I also ask something else too?
What are you trying to ask? I'm here. Yeah, that's a 99 percentile, my guy. What's
Yeah.
going on in your mind here?
I just want this race of people to hear out Tiger Lily's good message.
All of the snake people.
Maybe I'll allow that. Here's
you
what's
can do?
about
We're about
to
to
happen.
convert all the Jews!
It just
Really?
puts a pamphlet in all of their pockets.
That's a great ask. Just put a pamphlet in all their pockets.
Yeah.
No.
That's fair. That's fair.
I am mad here. That's good. You call upon the goddess Tiger
Does
Lily.
the tree line just explode?
You all watch. Oh, this is gonna be so fucking
I'm
cool.
so scared.
Above Nemo, an astral image of a girl appears.
Yeah!
This
Oh my
girl,
God!
pointed ears, tucked in wings, that Azamar visage, no facial feature. Again, it's like that outline glowing image. Expands, boom, becomes large, boom, becomes huge, boom. A gargantuan tiger lily stretches across the sky.
Yeah!
You watch she, boom, pulls an arrow from out of a quiver, knocks it, hits maybe a mile off. Blue
You
flames
The music
erupt
too.
You missed!
as the flames start slowly burning around this giant semicircle of fire. They can't retreat if they wanted to.
That's pretty
As-
good action. That's pretty good turn.
Boom! That's a good held action. That is your turn because that was holding it. Nemo, boom, this happens. The tiger lily then puts bow and arrow away, makes a simple gesture from head to heart, and fades into the night sky.
Guys, this is because Nemo has a lucky fin. In the
It's
movie,
his
he has his
lucky
lucky
fin.
fin. That's why.
The
it's-
lucky fin!
Yeah.
I'm just slow capping your
Like,
bodies
woo!
against one side of the orb with your little fin, and your other fins on the other side.
So I'm gonna say, at the edge of the wall, now she made it up. On top of the wall, behind you guys, a elven woman has just approached, is standing on top. You see, she sees this happen, sees you all, gives you a salute,
Ew.
raises
Turns
fist,
around.
boom, as a volley of arrows.
Oh! They don't have the wizards anymore!
Yes! Boom, 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 boom. Arrows are going into this army. No morale checks will ever happen now for the rest of this encounter because they cannot escape. It is now, they either have to win or die.
I have a strange
Here's what's gonna happen though. As Mulan takes that turn, General of the Chinese Army,
Woo!
Esmeralda, that is you. You and Phoebus are up on deck. You see, Nemo has just done this with Nick. Like, you can see him up above.
Nick's like, what the?
My back is glowing. What?
Okay.
Little side pouchy thing you got going on.
Ow, ow, it's hot, it's hot.
So as for my turn,
Mhm.
can I go after Phoebus real quick?
Yes, you could, like, swap the turn for this time. Be like, hold it till after.
Sick. Can
Making
he
Phoebus
polymorph this new Shan-Yu into...
Just a smaller snake.
I'm thinking something a little slow.
A little slow. Okay. How slow?
A little
sea
sluggish.
turtle.
A sea
Now we're
turtle.
talking.
Oh, yeah.
It'll suffocate.
No, like, see,
There's snow.
turtles can.
You can breathe.
Oh yeah.
Most
okay.
turtles have the
Lay
ability
their
to,
eggs
like,
on the
the
surface.
surface, yeah.
No, I was originally going to transform him into just a giant fat whale that can't do crap.
But then he's big, and then, oh no.
And everybody knows where he
Here we go. Polymorph
Don't you say a word.
creature.
Don't you say
He's
a
got at least 1 hit point, fun fact. He has to make a wisdom saving throw
Mhm,
or be turned.
Wait.
mhm.
Wait.
He's got to make that. Okay. He's got a +9 to this. What is your DC save, Esmeralda? I think.
This is Phoebus.
Oh, this is Phoebus's. Right. What am I
This
doing?
isn't mine.
Oh my gosh.
I wish
That's
I had polymorph.
much better for Phoebus. Here we go.
doesn't seem happy.
I'm thinking.
What are you thinking about?
What color his shell shall be?
As
He
in-
is going to use his 1 Indomitable that he gets to reroll. Or because he has to use the new reroll, that is a success.
is Indomitable an extra roll, or
It's
is
just
it
he
a
re-rolls, and it's as if like, oh, the other roll didn't happen. This is now the roll.
So this wouldn't be the best time.
Alright, that's fine.
Okay.
Boom, catches. Unfortunately, the polymorph does not work.
That's alright. We're just gonna do Beacon of Hope.
Woo! All
Everybody
right.
that I can see, you get advantage on wisdom saving throws, max healing, and advantage on death saving throws.
Any number of creatures. Oh, any other creature within a 30-foot range. So it's everyone but Nick and Nemo because
Yeah,
they're
you-
too
you
far
two-
away.
the only
Is
ones.
it sight or range?
It just this stays up to a minute.
Okay. Well,
They just have to be within range.
I'm below deck, so I was wondering if I get it.
If you want to lean over the side of the ship and look,
Yeah.
the bay doors are open. That's where I would allow it to be like,
Yeah.
right, like there he is.
Yeah, you
Um,
watch as she literally just pulls out a Molotov cocktail,
Why?
throws it down at her
Sorry.
feet, giant beam of light shines up.
Good lord. Oh, they know you're here now.
We are so cool.
That is so cool.
That's just
man.
my action.
That is just the action, yeah.
My bonus action,
Imagineers who?
I am
Rogues who?
going
We are the
bonus
boss.
action
Sunday
hide.
Cuckoo.
Bonus action hide. Oh, that's
because
funny.
I'm a rogue.
Boom! Holy light appears, and now let's sneak away.
You never saw me. That's
I like to
natural
think it's
20.
Oh!
Woo! Even if Shan-Yu wanted to find you, boom, you are gone. Like, all of you are like, thanks, Esmeralda. Wait. Like, she's gone. Just slinks into the shadows of the early morning light.
All the shit.
Nemo, you already took your
I took
held
the
action. I guess technically you have a bonus action, but,
Oh wait, I could do a spell for my bonus action because I channel divinity.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a
Only
spell.
if it's a
That's-
bonus action spell.
yeah, only
Yeah.
if it's a bonus action spell.
I'm gonna do my 2-weapon fighting now. I'm just
What? What?
And I'm going to use my other god as a weapon.
And now for this god.
Now Poseidon comes in.
No.
Just picks him
Um,
up, flicks the turtle.
I'm just gonna cast Sanctuary on Nick.
Sanctuary.
You realize that means that they have to target you, right?
Yeah, because you'd be the only creature.
But you're on the
right
board,
now
so
close
you're
by.
pretty safe.
Yeah, on the
Yeah,
board.
and I have a plan. So
Okay, so on it's got to choose a new target if it's doing something for you, but it doesn't protect for an area effect spell. Yeah, that's fair.
They might
Um,
target the board though. I'd rather them just hit me, honestly.
Here we go.
should I just do Sanctuary on myself then?
Do sanctuary on the board.
Oh,
It's a
Yeah,
it's an
okay.
object though. I don't think you can.
Yeah, you have to choose a creature
Dang
for
it.
sanctuary.
You're not. Just
Don't
don't.
awaken
don't
the board.
I'll do it on Mike if I. Oh wait, that's probably out of range. Probably.
Yes, because you got to be within 30 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just do it on myself then.
Okay, so if anyone tries to hit Nemo, it's like they might have to hit Nick instead. Here we go. The Yuan-Ti,
The Huan T.
no,
Huanti.
are going to turn because they
They turn like that. By
Well,
the way.
they're not
Yeah.
gonna. There's no retreat now. It's because it's like
It's like a
no matter
car.
what Shan-Yu would say. Oh, that's
three-point
right, because
turn.
Shan-Yu, and so I think Yuan-Ti. It's Yuan-Ti. They turn. They're going to make their
Here, I
push check because again they're trying to get towards the wall. Now that we are into initiative, they can move farther. It's that like out of combat. It was that like eventually they would have made it. For this though, they're going to try to make a check. On a success, they roll a d4 and move that many spaces forward. So anywhere between 5 and 20 feet. That is a natural 19 plus their morale-based checks, which gives them a grand total of 22, beating the DC.
Okay.
Here comes the D4. Yikes, that was a 4. Except for Shan-Yu, this is just his army. They move 5, 10, 15, 20. They are under the ship now, technically.
That's
Smash!
not that
So
bad.
let me,
Just land the ship.
so let me take you. Sorry, I'm just gonna move you guys to the top so like you can see your own characters. 'Cause, yeah, it's hard to tell, but it's like that's spatial relation. They moved a ton this turn. No more morale checks will be made from because again, even if they're here, they've got nothing left to lose. That makes Shan-Yu's turn after his army.
Die.
On his turn, he is going to use a bonus action. You see, he unleashes a cry of pure anger and resilience. All the Wanti like boom, link up. They will now have advantage on their next morale check to push. That bonus action, that was his one a day though for this battle cry. He's going to use it now. As this happens, he's going to try to now make attacks, but he has to get somewhere first. That's always the problem. Let's see here. He is going to move half his movement up. Oh, excuse me. Shed scale, he's already up. It's new life. Comes up. He is going to move basically right underneath you, Gusto. And for his action, he's making some attacks to throw up heavy grappling line to the ship. As the Huns have these tools,
Oh, they're trying to come on the ship.
He is. at
the
least.
first attack succeeds. Because again, he's doing the ship, not really you guys. So no damage though, it can't pass damage. So, but boom, a heavy grappling hook sinks into the deck below your feet, Gusto, like in the bay door. and Shan-Yu makes it halfway up the rope, just athletically. He's starting to climb up now to you guys.
How high up is he?
He went from on here. He is now 15 feet off the ground. Because currently you guys are only like 30 feet off the ground, kind of Gusto. You guys are 40 because you're on a higher deck. On further turns, unless you guys ask Barbosa to do otherwise, he's going to keep like diagonaling it, if that makes sense. Gusto, that does make your turn now.
Fly straight up and then I'll cut the rope.
But I have a fun idea.
He comes up to you.
The grabbing mark lands between my feet, and I just watch him starting to come up. I reach into one of my chef's aprons, throw the bead of force right at his face.
We should go high though.
Yo!
If this grabs him, he'll weigh 8 pounds. You can grab him and fly wherever you want.
Oh.
If it works, so he needs to make a dex saving throw 15.
Interesting.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
It's just hard to do when you're. 15
You'd
feet in the
believe
air
this
holding onto
giant
a
lizard
rope.
man is dexterous, right?
No.
He's got
No.
25 dex. Why not? He does have proficiency in saving throw. He has a +7 to this. So on a 7 or lower, he will fail.
Let me negotiate with you.
He is on a.
He's climbing a rope. How is he going to
15
avoid
feet
it?
in the air.
I would say that would warrant disadvantage.
Or at least.
Seeing as how he's technically
straight-
I want
tall.
300,000 and you can have 15%
For that reason, I'm out.
Seeing as how he's pretty
Shark
much
Tank.
prone.
Hoo-ha.
Shark
more of an
Shark
attack
bait.
roll.
I won't actually
Yeah.
push
He's
it.
not
It's your
bro-
choice.
it's-
But
I think right now, the difference being is, Gusto, you're also keeping yourself from falling out. There is that natural, like, your ship is at a 45, so it's like, you're keeping yourself kind of locked in over. He is climbing rope, and unfortunately, it's because he has climbing speeds. It's that if he didn't, it'd be a disadvantage. He actually can climb.
okay.
That's part of a hunting. They know how to run, climb, and swim. So it's not like, if he didn't, I could
What's
see
that
it.
sound?
Snake.
It's a snake.
That remind me of a Mexican.
Here we go.
Snake.
Why do Mexicans?
No, we're not doing that on stream. No, none of that here. 7 or lower.
Let's freaking go, dude.
I think that's a success, right? I'll roll damage.
That's a natural 1.
Does he take double damage then, or do
No,
we just
it's
do?
you can't crit fail spell, but you can't
Hey,
crit
bring him to me,
succeed
I got
spell.
an
It's
It's
like
not
on
a
rage.
spell; it's an attack.
Well, no, you use an action, it lands. No, it wouldn't do extra
Okay.
force because it's like, again, the beat is just like naturally magical.
It's
Um,
naturally the one
yeah.
set damage.
Big thing at
Okay,
itself.
he takes 12 damage, and he's encased in a sphere that, let me read it to you. Only breathable air can pass through the sphere's wall. No attack or other effect can. He can use his action to push against the sphere's wall, moving the sphere up to half of his walking speed. It can be picked up, and its magic causes it to weigh only 1 pound, regardless of the weight of creatures inside.
So, if you bring him to me, I can bestow curse.
Or Nick just grabs and flies straight up for a minute, and then when the curse ends,
I
he falls.
truly hate this.
Dude, chuck him at a mountain! Chuck him at a mountain!
Wait, you're just
Wait.
gonna drop him.
Give it to me.
What are
Why?
you gonna do? Eat him?
Catapult.
Ah, let's launch this
For a thing
crap!
that's 1 pound or less. Here's
Launch him into the
what's
fire.
Would catapult be better than plummeting?
If I launch it.
only has that one today.
Catapult does force damage, doesn't it?
No,
I think plummeting might be a safer.
no
bet.
effect can pass through it. Does that count as spells?
That's a
I think
legendary
so.
action for him? Shoot, he's gonna be in this bubble till his turn. I thought he had a legendary action to do something. No. What he'll do at the end of your turn, so as a legendary action, he's gonna do what's called Rallying Cry to regain hit points. So you see, as he kind of screams in this bubble to himself, he is now completely healthy again. So like all the damage is gone. Damn. That's
You get
insane.
this turn and start going up.
At the end of your turn,
Before
so
you do anything to
the
try to
Meridian's
kill
taking his turn.
him, I wanna try one.
This unfortunately moves you guys.
My turn's over.
So Gusto, Shan-Yu.
Go up.
Oh
I need,
no,
I need the ship to
Shan-Yu
come to
is
me.
on the bubble. He's not gonna move with the ship. That's just him stuck.
Is the rope
Is the
not?
rope stuck with it?
No, it's like it around him.
Wait,
Not-
so how does
yeah,
this
so I
work?
think like if he was holding external things, they're kind of like pushed out of the bubble.
You just take it.
That way you
back.
can't bring stuff in with
That's like
you.
the
Like his
Wall of
weapon stuff that
force.
like are his that is on his back is fine, but if you're trying to like grab stuff in, it leaves.
Is he falling? I'm confused.
He will start falling on his turn now.
But he's like 15 feet in the air.
Yes.
That's not much.
Oh wait, hold up.
So you guys unfortunately do move. So it's gonna be another. Oh, but only that much. Obviously, Nick, Nemo, everyone, you're not even there. You guys zoom off. Barbosa's gonna ask because like he had to take that. Just like, should we stay closer now?
Let's loop back around so we can see what happens.
Kind of. So instead of moving forward now, starting to like pivot, turn to like.
Yeah,
Still
around
like
around behind them.
3-point turn.
So let's go around and pin them between the wall and us.
If you want the wall, you're gonna have to go through us.
Well, because they're not going to go to the wall of fire, so they can only go to the Great Wall. So yeah, like
Exactly.
flip around, go in
So if
between.
we're between them and the fire. I think
Yes.
would be the
That
best
makes
place for us.
sense.
Because
Here
now
we
we
go.
can assault them from behind.
Here we go. Oh my gosh. That happens. It is the beginning of the round. Lair actions, meaning they might push. No, they don't push. It's much harder on lair action for them to move
Did the
forward,
Chinese
right?
do anything with him?
Yes, on Mulan's turn, they're now taking official action. Mulan has gotten to a point where she can signal commands. Right now, they've been having to deal with, like, any archers, like, if they get people up on the wall, their archers might get taken out, right? It's, quick hit them. So it's that, like, Mulan finally got up to a safe vantage point to be able to, like, call shots, if that makes sense. So now catapults, and they've already been doing catapults. That's, like, a back and forth.
Nice.
Nick Wild, that is your turn there, my friend.
So I'm gonna fight 40 feet to grab Shan-Yu, and then I'm gonna bonus action and
Sure.
action dash and go 200 feet straight up.
We're gonna like. Here's what I will do. I'm gonna give you guys a fun little effect here. As you watch,
I'm just gonna
This
look
is a
at him,
3D
grab
TV.
him, and say,
What?
"Hey, buddy," and then
you guys
What's
are
going on, little
floating
trick?
high up in the air.
I'm just like smiling at him, like, "Hey, this is a great view, right?"
Boom, boom.
What are you?
Boom.
What are you? I can't hear you.
I think sound passes through it.
Oh yeah, Senpai, he's just like not saying anything. He's just trying to get out. Oh, he's gonna wait.
9 more
Yeah.
turns.
So can I do it kind of angled so that I'm behind the Chinese people?
So you're going.
Drop him behind.
Don't drop him
Yeah.
behind the wall.
Of course I'm dropping him behind the wall.
Why?
There's allied soldiers there.
So you're
Don't
taking.
drop him on
He
top
wants
of
to-
the wall.
He'd die anyway.
He wants to
There's
get
no
to
guarantee
the
that will
wall.
It's just
Hey,
one
yo.
guy.
Hey yo.
If you fly upwards for 9 more turns,
I would die. I don't. There's no guarantee that like.
He might
I
be
can
able to
put
do
that-
stuff to get out, or he might see it. You don't know.
If I put Death Ward on you, you won't.
Yes.
At a certain point, height doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So
No, just put him in this.
is your board
So you're
set?
200.
no, it's terminal velocity as well as cold for me.
Yeah,
So-
there's a point where you're not coming back from that, even with like magic. You're like, I'm sorry, you just meteored into rock, right?
I want him to, if he drops suddenly, that he's in an army of our people. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess
No, that's fair. That's fair. Here we go. So yeah, 200 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Max falling. So even if he can like angle himself correct, he'll take 20d6.
Yeah.
Holy
Unless he's asleep.
Nikes. Unless he's asleep.
I'm
But
not
he
asleep.
hasn't taken any damage.
Yeah,
right now,
he's still
so-
pretty beefed.
You would need like Mike or someone, because again, now it's you'd have to cast spells inside the bead, because like nothing can pass through.
Oh, can I talk to him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just manhandle him, set him down, and like take a father stance. Like, all right, buddy. Let's do some negotiations.
I do not
like
negotiate
With
with
terrorists.
infidels and cowards.
Okay. I hold him out in front of the thing.
He doesn't flinch.
Damn. All right.
He's-
I mean, that's
Leave the
probably-
negotiating to me. I have an idea.
All right, go ahead.
Man.
I like Nemo.
Because yeah, Nemo, after your turn is when all the stuff would happen. So.
I think we should probably just kill him now that I think about it. Like, I think he's ready to die. Let's just kill him.
Nemo will try to convert any lost one he sees.
Nemo, somehow
Alright, it's Mike's turn.
All right.
Nemo.
Yes, that is Nick Wild. Excellent turn. Mike, that is your
Can you
turn.
imagine if it did though?
So,
You see him in church one day? It's passing the sacrament.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, is that Shan-Yu?
I swear I've seen you before.
He like has a nice short haircut, like done like
He's,
the
he's
total
wearing like a
whitewash.
suit and
Altar boy, deacon style. Like,
Still has snake tattoos.
oh yeah, like full on. Yes, Mike.
they're still far away, aren't they?
Yes, like you guys are now like far up in the air, just a little bit farther
They're not
along.
within my range of anything.
Not 200 feet. With that board and bonus dashing, yeah, they're off.
dimension door on it.
400 feet.
I mean, I could dimension door up to them, but
You could.
Nice. If you just give him like a minus bardic, that would be
oh, I can give him that from just seeing him.
As long as you can see people with bardics is mostly the thing. What's spells?
How long does this? Gravity sinkhole is instantaneous. It's not a thing. Well, my thought was to cast gravity sinkhole below him, have them drop him into it, have him stuck there.
And you only need to be 120 feet away from him for that point?
Yes. And then after that, do a little bit of catapult aiming.
I'm doing some quick calculations, just with like my measuring
But I
tape
think
here.
that's a far reach for
30 feet,
some things.
60. So we just need to be 24. Mike, with your movement,
I don't know.
because it can be 20 feet, you basically can run up to the other side of the ship, you know, like kind of middle, going all the way to the other side of the ship, kissing the wall, because you're above it right now, right? Like this high-rise tower. That is exactly 120 feet away from them. Because you guys you didn't just move that way, you went diagonally, right? So you're looking at a full, like, let's see, 30, 40, because 200, and you just have to minus 80, and you already went 40. Yeah, they're 120 feet away. Holy cow.
Cool. So, yeah.
It's a feat.
Because you said you were holding him down below you.
Yeah,
You can look at
Nemo can talk to me.
It's like
Last thing I said is
I don't know
okay.
what Nemo's plans are.
You always know what Nemo's
yeah,
plans are.
you know what I want to do.
he's
But
just
yes.
gonna convert him. That's it.
So, I think I would look at Mulan as I'm, like, running and be like, aim the catapults for the guy! And then I'm going to put gravity sinkhole below the board on him.
So the board wouldn't hit the
It
board,
wouldn't
but
hit the
only
board,
Sean
but it
you.
has 20 feet radius, so
Yeah.
it would suck him in as well as the minus bardic. So they could still talk to him as he's stuck in this gravity sinkhole for a sec.
Because putting it in the bead, it would affect him in the bead. Because it's
And the bead would also get stuck in that position, and then that would just be kind of in the air in that position. Not quite.
20 foot radius pulls in, so force damage. Yeah, that would work.
And then for like a split second, they could just all aim their catapults directly at the
Yeah,
ball.
at the ball. It's risky because again, it's like if the other catapults get like if the Wanties catapults then get a shot off, but you can do that, and Mulan might take you up on it because like, hey, yeah, just
Just go.
aim our firework catapults right there, right? Here we go. He's gonna make a con save.
Minus bardic, which I will roll.
21. Jeez Louise.
So that's minus 6.
So he has a +2 to this. So he could get a 19 or 20 and be fine. You want to know an insult to injury?
Did you get an at one?
18. On his Synth 20,
Yikes.
not beating Mike's incredible DC save with that cloak.
Oh.
Boom! He fails. The Gravity Sync Cold, go ahead. 5d10 force damage.
And he only has that one feat, which lets him reroll.
Indomitable isn't like a forever thing.
It was just one time.
Mm-hmm.
And no legendary resistances?
No, his big thing is Indomitable. He has legendary actions, but those are usually with his army and his other actions that I thought I'd get.
So
like he
if
does
you
have.
separate him from his army, he's screwed.
Yeah, I mean, like he can fight you, but if he's gonna beat a force, he can't.
34.
34 damage. He now looks hurt as boom slammed against the bubble, pushing and pulling downwards. He is like stuck in a singular spot.
I like that.
Mike, at the end of your turn, Mulan's gonna order the catapults to fire.
Uh-oh. He might die before.
That's gonna be a lot.
Darn.
Because the thing is, unfortunately, catapults right below him cannot. Like, they can't get that range. You're looking at the ones on, like, the edges to, like, go up and into him, right? Because you also don't want to hit people on boards. You want to hit your armies.
I'll be
So, it's only 12
Can't stop the
d10s.
clock.
Only 12. Dude. Okay. Could have been
with
better.
the 5 that I just.
That's a lot of 10s.
I mean,
That's a lot of damage.
That's
Oh,
a
it's a lot of ones, too.
can I cast silence on the bubble?
What?
From where you're
I
at?
have a range of 120 feet.
And you're there, too, if you just move to the other side of the ship. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
why?
Well, so that he can't keep healing himself.
Because Rallying Cry is something you need to
To
be able to speak
hear.
for. If he can't
gotta
scream,
He can't scream.
if he can't scream, he can't get help.
I
Yeah,
see.
basically.
That's
He
actually
Basically,
really
as
just want
Shan-Yu,
a small
Mike-
pocket of space.
Boom! You hear, Paul! Explosion of light and color. Shan-Yu looks bloodied.
I just look down at him like, how you doing, buddy?
He is screaming in pain as all that force damage. It actually wasn't as much damage as you think it could have been. There is that natural, like, the bubble does help. It's just when you get bum 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 bum, like around inside of it, that's where the force.
It's not that
damage.
he's taking damage from the outside, it's that he's being shook around like a pin.
He's being shook at.
Why are you
Nemo's
Fishing,
having
why
flashbacks.
Here we go.
So I have
That
a
is
question about this spell. So
yes.
it says for the duration of sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere.
Yes.
However, my thing says that my range/area is 120 feet. Does that mean the bubble is 120
No, you
feet?
can
No,
cast it
up
on-
to 100.
Up
Like,
to 100.
throw
I was
it
about to say,
out 100.
If the army was using sound, dude, have that army.
Yeah, right.
No.
No, it's
That would be
more
scary.
you can throw it far away even if you're somewhere. You can be like, no, don't talk over there, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I literally just point at him and just like, please shut up.
Ezra, on your turn, as Shan-Yu,
And then I will bonus action hide again.
bonus action idea. Sneak, sneak, sneak.
I'd like
That's
to
the
say you're
second
hiding
time we've
in
done
your
silence on one of the big bads.
If I had a nickel for every time.
That's
that
another natural 20.
Oh my god.
Esmeralda,
You
no
are-
one
For a
can
total of
find
26.
you. Like, you are literally like out of the shadow.
Just like, hey guys.
Dumbo inspired
Where'd you
you.
come
I
from?
literally
Dumbo's
went,
like, that silent elephant really has a good thing going. Boom, you're gone. Dear Lord above, gosh, he's just getting bodied. He can't do shit.
whatever Phoebus spells he has. What spells does Phoebus even have?
Most of his spells right now, he's going to keep casting more protective stuff. Like, he's holding actions for like
Alright.
stuff like shield or like reactive if people
sounds
come
good.
up. He's playing defense right now with
Sounds
this
good.
game.
Someone's got to.
Nemo,
Everyone has
Shan-Yu
some offense.
is there.
So you say 3 checks on your turn, right?
Yeah, you can do like one free check if it helps your turn.
Try to do a persuasion check.
Oh gosh. Stop trying to convert everybody.
I'm going to
Nemo.
be a little punkish. There is silence now around him. Sound
Can't
will
hear
pass through. So if you're just talking to him,
He
he
can't,
can't hear you.
Can't hear me.
It would
And he
take
can't
stuff like
see.
message or a telepathic form of communication to talk to him.
Message is an action.
And message isn't action because it'd be like an action to like
Sorry.
say hello.
That silence kind of boned me over.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was
I
a
just
great
wanted him-
silence.
It's more though because yeah, he can't
I
let your
wanted
action
him to
heal.
start healing
As
it.
that's probably what he would have done
He
after
also
you,
can
Nemo,
still
is
command
before
the
he
army.
hits
I
the
will
ground.
point out he's now taken a good amount of damage.
Taking a
Yeah.
good amount of damage.
You should, you
And
know.
you still get some fall damage as soon as they.
Just kidding.
I don't have any damaging spells.
What?
Nemo
No,
doesn't.
I'm just support. I'm just Nemo.
Nemo is that
Wow.
cleric.
Mad
He has
respect.
great support. I mean, and
He
good
helped.
spells too, but it's like nothing that hurts.
I was thinking about doing insect plague just to be more Moses.
I have a Moses character plans.
Okay.
For like
Well,
a
in that
long
case,
campaign.
I'm gonna ask something that's very cheaty, but maybe could I combine message
Okay.
and command, just so he can hear my command?
Ooh, gotcha. Unfortunately, I would have to say no. The only problem is command is just verbal. Technically, message requires like that point and verbal of your mind. And so unless you've got the
You're trying to convince
racial
them
feature,
command is.
you're trying to combine two spells that like unfortunately in both spells in themselves really can't be combined unless you're holding actions and using with other people. On your own,
'Cause if I was there,
you naturally
yeah,
can't
but-
do like it perfectly. If you were like to get someone else to help you, like someone else casting message using you, or like a telepathic bond being cast, so then and we include Shan-Yu in our mind link, and then I can talk to him.
I do have a telepathic bond, but that would be a spell, and I can't
It
command.
would, yeah.
He's probably gonna die next turn.
You
Here's
just
the
do
thing about
message. Well,
Esmeralda's.
why do you need a command?
She represents
So,
the. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna do a really cool thing, have my word be convert for command,
Yeah.
but
He's trying
can't
to-
do that now since
I mean,
silence.
command is just
Sorry.
an
In the
action.
name
I
of
represent
Tiger
the
Lily,
more
I'll kill
violent
you. Yeah,
aspect
no,
of
that-
Tiger Lily.
Command
then
is just an action that
we
you
introduce
Try to persuade them properly.
You can't like.
I guess I
change their
could
entire-
try
You
to
can't
persuade
hear a
him
word you
more.
say to him.
introduce
Unless I do message.
introduce abuse of religious influence in this campaign, where it's like, in the name of Tiger Lily, I'm gonna be evil. Yeah, no.
I have +7 persuasion. I'll just do that. I don't need
I
command.
got an 8.
Try to persuade him.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna cast message.
Is he
Okay.
feeling desperate right now?
Actually, no, I'm gonna do telepathic bond so that we can all hear this.
Gotcha. And you include him in your mind link.
Yes.
I love it.
Welcome to the group.
Telepathic
Welcome to the group
bond.
chat.
He just
Hey,
instantly
we're
gets like
gonna add
40
you to the
memes
chat.
in his
Discord.
head.
Oh, fun fact. Telepathic bond, so it could be you, Nick, and Shan-Yu, because it does
Okay.
have 30. I thought it was one of those C spells. But yeah, so
It'll
you
just be us
three
three
can
then.
talk now.
What in the world? What's going on in his head?
In a sense, it's more just like talking, usually just like, I will rip you asunder, and I will feast on your blood.
Why?
Hey, Shan-Yu,
Hey guys.
look around you. You cannot do anything right now. Look at your armies. They have lost their morale. They cannot retreat despite your call. You are stuck inside 2 orbs that have stopped you from moving and speaking to command your troops. Right now, the Chinese army is is right now literally aiming their catapults at you. If
My God.
My
Wait,
guy, you're screwed is what we're trying to say.
one choice is all it will take to completely end this, please, for your own good, hear us out.
No.
Here's what I'm gonna allow you to do. Because this is very much your character, you have a +7. I will tell you right now, it is a DC 30
Ah,
to convert him. It's basically impossible.
To convert him.
Or
yeah, but,
to
like,
even start the process, right?
I don't
he's
think
not-
converting is the right move with this dude.
Or and maybe not even converting. It's like to hear him out. He is in the throes of battle. He knows you're the enemy. He wants to kill you. It's a DC 30.
Dude,
You're
why?
going to nat 20 this.
Why do you think?
That's
If
why
I
I'm
nat
not doing
20 it, I get only a 20
No
cent.
idea.
But that's what I'm saying. A nat 20, I would honor that. And in terms of like, then he would at least like maybe listen.
Yeah.
Because right now he's like, you could say whatever you want. He's not gonna listen. He's still gonna try to fight. He's gonna find a way out. I'm gonna say this is a Box of Doom level thing. Because if you nat 20, if you can do it, it works. Like it's something good's gonna happen. If not, that's it.
I'm gonna start roasting this dude.
Here we go.
If this fails.
Coming in for the
If
Box of
this fails, I'm
Doom.
gonna start roasting him. Damn.
Nemo dice.
Nemo dice. Nemo dice. Nemo dice.
Nemo dice.
Wow, that was a 17.
17.
You probably need
Lucky.
to be chanting too.
Yeah,
No, everyone needed to chant.
luck
but
check
I kinda
me?
want him to die.
Nick does,
I do
yeah,
too,
Nick only,
sorry.
I think he only has one
Esmeralda's
luck
on the
point
road to
left.
I aspects.
I'm gonna
the
start.
murder
Is it okay if I
of
try and
Lennon.
talk to Shan-Yu for a second?
No, as that was just
Okay.
more of the finishing talking. Nemo, as Shan-Yu, I would rather die 1,000 deaths than let anyone so cowardly and pitiful think to tell me of what I should or shouldn't do.
Well,
That
we
sounds
may
like-
be cowardly and pitiful, but you're about to die, so.
That sounds like
It's
you
a
are.
real shame.
Log out.
Guess you'll have to die.
Sometimes, I guess, some may choose to be lost. If that's what they choose, then that's all right. I'm gonna look down to the Mulan's troops. Look up to you. I'm truly sorry.
You're about to get fucked, bro.
He even pulls out a gun.
Nemo?
And it just
No.
points straight at his head. I'm truly sorry.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Anyways,
Incredible stuff.
This is gonna hurt a lot.
a little lot.
I think it's funny.
Nemo, at the end of your turn, the Huns will take their turn. They have advantage.
Darn. They're gonna move 4 squares forward.
Yeah, and here we go, rolling the d4.
Well, they might start overtaking the wall.
That's another 4.
I mean, they have to climb it.
Yeah, but that distracts
They have
the army
reached
from
the wall.
Shan-Yu.
By reaching the wall, here's what's bad.
Okay, never mind. That is pretty bad.
As you watch, I'm gonna move Mike just a little bit up. You see that the Wanti at the front lines, each of them take a claw, rip open their cloth, right? Like
Freeze.
you
Oh.
see engraved symbols on their chests.
Suicide bombers, you guys. No wonder they were exploding so well.
As explosions along the wall, at least at this tower point. We're gonna ungroup them now, as I now have to just grab a bunch of Wanti here. Every single one near the wall, boom, explodes
Well, at least
as
it's
they
dead.
press up to the wall, exploding, pushing the stone inward. You hear that boom, deafening ringing of just explosions all occurring
That
simultaneously.
was Norse.
And you hear immediate screaming and yelling and shouting of the soldiers inside as the Huns have breached the Great Wall.
What if we explode them before they get to
As they do so, coming back to the other side camp, on Shan-Yu's turn, he's going to fall. I have to check
Bye-bye.
one thing and see if it's something he can do, just to make sure.
Can I have the silence bubble follow him as he goes down?
No, unfortunately, silence is one of those you cast it out, it stays.
Dang it.
Because
Still
gravity bubble
concentration?
also is like it happened. No, it's concentration, but it's in a set point. You
Dang
can't
that
move it.
sucks. He heals as
He is going to start falling.
'Cause I'm free.
Oh,
Bye, bud. Here
Does
comes your
require
1,000
nothing
deaths you wanted.
My brother used to think that song said free balling.
I normally don't like rolling a 10 dice, but this only seems appropriate. As here
He's gonna
comes
fall.
20d6.
One last thing I'm gonna say to him. Just remember, this is what you chose.
Bye, bud. Uh-oh,
As
stinky.
Nemo holds a gun up to his head.
I so wish I had insect plague to just. I'm sorry.
You act all high and mighty, but when you die, your body will start convulsing and excremating and all of your orifices.
Hey, when
Shit
he
your
dies,
pants.
could I cast
What?
speak with
Prepare
dead?
to shit your pants.
I have
You're
anime
gonna shit
dead.
your pants.
Here we go.
You're gonna look disgusting. You're gonna look nothing like you imagine yourself to ever look like again since you were born out of the
Just gotta
womb.
animate him, guys. Animate dead. He's on our side now. Ah!
Yeah.
This is a good little skeleton. This is a durable little skeleton.
Skelly boy.
That's another character that I really want to play as a skeleton.
Oh, it's the
Next
funny
skeleton.
number.
And now he's
Shan-Yu
get revenge.
falls forever downwards.
That's pretty funny.
Takes 69 points.
Yeah!
of falling damage.
Nice.
Let's go!
The
Nice.
cool thing
As
is he's still in
he-
this bubble. We can do it again.
Boom! As he dies, a final boom, boom, boom of green explosion and light.
There's another one of them?
This isn't even his final form.
Actually, this is his final form.
Oh, never mind.
But you see the third final. All scales seem gone. This seems now very humanoid, except for that like gross tail that he like comes from, very centaur-ish. No scales left. No final form.
He's still in the bead though,
Ew,
isn't
it's just like a wet.
The bead
scaly, like, fleshy
stops.
tail.
All magical
he?
effects
Oh,
stop
dang
in this.
it.
Part of his thing is it's kind of that like
The bead
it
isn't
stops
a
magic.
magical effect.
What?
The bead isn't a well, it might be. Never mind.
The bead is technically magic. Effects can't pass through, but the bead itself is a magical object that it like is done.
I get it. It's like a wall of force, but the bead.
Exactly. It's
And
portable
you
wall
dropped
force.
him on the wrong side.
Well, does China have, like, you know, an army?
Yes, they have a whole
Still.
army here that they can immediately
Well, he's
point to.
separated from his army, so that means that's good.
Here we go.
Most of his
Effects.
actions.
Let's
I can
stop.
compel
Still
rule
going.
again.
That's true.
Float off. Shan-Yu now down on the ground, and while what you immediately notice is he looks like healthy once more. Again, oh no, he looks completely fine, but he looks very vulnerable. Yeah, he's got like base armor on, but like no scales, no big muscle. This is just him, his final explosion of power.
His first
Man.
form was the strongest.
First person, it's kind of that like how you trade off. It's like yeah, you're weaker, but you're alive. It's a trade off
No,
thing
it
for
makes
him.
sense.
Gusteau, as this happens again, all of you see that explosion. Right, it's that like damn again. What would you like to do, Gusteau?
Is the ship now up above the wall entirely?
After your turn, the ship will be completely above the wall. Right now, you're like kind of like on eye level with like Mulan. After the ship's next turn, at the end of your turn, it's gonna rise again. Because that's when Barbossa's gonna start level off and turn to go on the other side. Because that was always his goal. This whole time, the cannons have been going off, but it doesn't help too much right now because there's no more morale checks because they're trapped. It just slowly kills them.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Dang it. I don't really have anything that's good for. I think I'm just gonna cast magic missile. Just like at the guys. Nobody's climbing the wall, right? Because they blew a hole through it.
They just kamikaze their way in. Yes.
Okay, so the first 3 people down the line, I'm going to hit all 3 of them with a magic missile.
And they cannot stop. Go ahead and roll damage for those magic missiles.
Okay.
So once you have a little bit of damage.
2 of them take 5, 1 of them takes 4.
They look hurt, is what you see. But as they enter, and what you're realizing is like they are still a little bit beefier, but like very hurt, bloodied already, of like poof, 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 getting hit in the back. What you notice is again the armies are looking in disarray. It's not any sort of like oh no, like they're still fine. They look horribly scattered, burned. Like the stuff you guys did in the beginning, like lighting that like chemtrail fire of like Molotov cocktails down, it sucks for them, but they have time before it really starts damaging. It's that like slow burn effect.
That's
No
fine.
pun intended.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Gusteau, at the end of your turn, then yes, Barbossa is going to level out the ship. And is gonna get ready then on his next turn. It's not like start turning around to like get you guys behind the army officially. But right now there's no more height here at this stage, and so it's like now you're gonna start moving around.
Actually, before we move, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna use. We're like right next to it. Can I jump onto the wall from the bay?
Sure, yeah. As you jump on, let's take you up to the top level then. You are up on the top level there, my friend.
Yeah.
And what you see is up here. Put her on here. Mulan is about right there, midway.
Dope. I'm gonna use the rest of my movement. I think that was what, 15 feet.
That actually would have been your full movement. That was 30 feet to like, because
Okay.
it's moving from bay doors,
Running
jumping,
off,
rest of the feet over.
Yeah,
on. Yeah.
cool. That's my turn.
Okay. Gusto, you are on the wall now. That is going to make Nick Wild. At the beginning of the turn, armies can try once more, just like keep pushing. That was a nat 20. You guys watch. Let's head down to the bottom level with the armies. The bottom armies are all going to try to get in again. As those guys just kind of kamikaze their way in. But now it's a way in, unfortunately. Here we go. D4. 3. So we're seeing 1. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3. They're starting now to heavily breach. You're seeing like they're getting in, and the rest are gonna start like funneling in now. But it's a you don't know what time you have.
Has Barbosa been commanding the unseen servants to do more cannons?
Yes, like every turn, heavy cannon fire into the ranks. It's actually though, well, it would happen on next turn. The Huns can now start heavily catapulting you guys after the catapults went to Shan-Yu. Not on that turn, but now it's like we just got a brief reprieve, and there's a big ship. So like now the one team might start firing at the ship next turn or on this upcoming turn of theirs. Because it's the trade-off. It's like, okay, well, we don't have to exchange blows. Let's hit something that's also killing us. Nick Wild, that is your turn at the start of the order.
If I dive bomb this fool, can I get advantage?
Moving a full
200 feet.
Yeah.
Sick. I bonus action and regular movement just and just slash out.
So-
And just
Ooh, excuse me. Your board only has 160.
with the dash.
Because before you were dealing with, you were already in the air, and so moving the rest of the 160 up to get 200, you would be about 40 feet above him.
Okay.
Just
I'll just throw it. If I'm still like moving 200 feet down and I like throw it, is that still advantage?
Ranged attack coming from above, going Mach, who knows how fast. Yes, like, that is a natural dive bomb. Like Nemo, it's that very, like, Treasure Planet tilt downward, like, the board engine stuff, boom.
Yeah.
As you just shoot
Ratbird
downward.
is on your shoulder, so it just
Night Fury! Night Fury, get
Wings
down!
spread. These tiny little ratbird wings.
No, its wings are fully tucked.
Oh, yeah, so it doesn't...
It's like
it-
it's like the parents. I can't say what kind of falcon it is, but they like tuck their wings so close to the body that they literally.
They move like 160 miles an hour. They just...
I need that dice.
I think it went perfectly.
No.
By the way, August,
Where did it go?
because I cast silence, Beacon
Yes.
of Hope did go down. However,
Mhm.
I'm gonna recast it, so
Yes.
because
Got
they're both concentration. I realize
Yeah,
that. And I'm
you
like,
can
yeah.
vote says any number.
Okay,
Right?
that's
They-
As long as I
Increase.
can see.
that's a
It's like you can
17
see.
and a 24.
I can see the whole one.
This man now has an AC of well below those. They both hit.
Sick.
Again, he
Well,
loses
it's just one
AC
attack, it's
at
just
the
one attack.
cost of like hit points and
Ability to
other
live.
stuff, and like to live, right? Like
I just do all
I'm
of them.
smiting again.
Yeah.
smiting again.
So that's 3d8 and 4d6.
Yes.
It's an automatic thing.
When we're smiting.
40.
And we're gonna
Plus
be-
9.
You're awesome.
Oh yeah. These clerics are scary.
10.
Yeah, 2 clerics,
20.
a bard, a paladin rogue, and an artificer say knock knock.
Yeah.
And Shan-Yu goes, no, please.
Well, if he's
9
probably
plus
gonna know that you're gonna do it.
11.
Oh, I just
No, sorry. So 20.
Oh, do you want me to cover the army and cover this?
All that plus
18. 20 plus 18, 38.
38. Is that the plus 3 from your magic weapon as well?
Asset.
Pass it right now.
38?
Yeah.
Good
I'm-
lord.
It wasn't as much mitigating me.
Wasn't as
Depends
much
on
as
if
the
I can
last one.
see it.
Still.
Yeah.
38.
Ah.
Foo foo! Shoot! Foo foo foo! Boom! Slamming into the shoulder. Shan-Yu, for the first time, as it cuts in, you see blood just gush. Right? No scales, no heavy protection. He is very vulnerable.
I'm gonna yell. It may not be 1,000 deaths, but we'll give you 3.
Boom!
Unless
He is
I do
suddenly
swear to dying
really
1,000
hurt.
Times.
Yeah, well, let's literally
Nemo.
just kill
Nemo.
this guy.
No.
1,000 times.
Boom! Nick Wild, insane turn. As it happens, Mike Wazowski, that is you. You see Nick and Nemo plummet. That's your turn.
I see the people starting to breach the wall, and I cast Wall of Force
Yeah!
Wall of Force.
over the hole that they made.
You have such power.
And since
Oh.
they're kind of technically right in that space, I can, if it cuts into their space, it can push them to one or the other side of said
You're
wall,
pushing them out.
and I'm pushing them out.
Are you
You
about
are
out of
pushing
spell
them
slots now?
out.
Huh?
Are you out of spell slots?
That would be your second, fifth level.
Yeah, that
it's
would
that.
be my second, fifth level.
That's worth it though.
But
Holy
that
crap! That's
Oh.
made up of 10 by foot, 10 foot path, each 1/4 thick. And so yes, for everything there, let's do a quick. What color do you want your wall of force to be? I know it's normally invisible, but for your sake,
purplish blue.
purplish blue. There we go.
Nice.
So here we go.
Silly.
Blue with purple spots.
10,
Aww.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 feet. Yeah, it covers the whole.
Yeah,
That's
would I
gonna
be able
push.
to get like the two corner spots too?
Yeah, sorry. It let me zoom into that. So it's like going up and in there.
So they'd have to go out and around.
Yeah, they would have to re-push into a different area. Or like they're here, but
lordy.
like they would have to climb the wall first, do
Nice.
stuff, and that's already because again, as an army, you just need to push and go. That's going to route them around the tower and go for the wall now.
Yeah.
Well done.
And if they try and blow up the wall of force, it doesn't matter.
You can't blow that up. Yeah.
Going
Well, and they kind of know that. It's not like, oh crap, magic move, right? Like
With an
again,
Mine
they're
is
normal
bad.
people, shall we say?
No. Fog sight light.
Hey, that's so cool.
And, Yeah, so with my bonus action, I am going to give a plus bardic to Law.
Yeah!
Ooh, interesting. So up here at the top,
He was
you
about to give an order to do who knows what to these people who she just saw blow up the wall.
yeah, it's yeah, she needs help.
She's like, oh,
Well done, because Mike,
Shoot.
yes, on her turn, Mulan immediately is calling for form ranks forward, as the front of most of these like assembled armies immediately are starting to like quick dash march in, because it's like that. We need soldiers inside. They're starting to get close enough to breach. We need to have people in, and this took them by surprise. Like they weren't expecting two big surges one after another, so it's not like crap. She bardics that will make them go faster actually, because again she beats the DC higher. Well, oh wow. So yes, a lot of the Elven army is now going to start surging in again. It's tough when there's only one door. It's that pro con of having it, but the soldiers are going to start getting in the wall. Here we go, Esmeralda. That makes your and Phoebus's turn.
Let's go. Alright. Can I use my movement bonus action? I'm gonna climb up to the top of Crow's Nest.
Yes, moon bonus action.
I literally like put down a potted plant, run up.
And yes, all your movement and bonus action. I'll say yes. You book it all the way to the top of
Can
it.
I see the entire army? Mulan and everybody?
From the top of a sailing ship, crow's nest, high in the air. Enough. It's. I mean,
There's no limit on Beacon of Hope.
You got
I
3.
actually just realized. Let me quick. Clear weather. Yeah. I realized I forgot to roll that. The beginning of the encounter.
So, because there's no limit,
It says any number of creatures you can see.
Here's what I will say.
However, within 30 feet.
30
so I'd have to
feet.
be down there. I have to change things.
Unless you try to do an insane clerical ask your god for help, but it's...
Can I?
You don't have the divine intervention, so it would be much harder, if that makes sense. This would be like the religion check, pray, and I would give it a religion check at advantage. Like, technically
Okay.
right here, the divine intervention worked very well.
Yeah.
So it's like-
I'll do that. If it doesn't work, then I'll just cover everyone within I'll cover everyone that I can.
Here's what I will say. Go ahead,
Okay.
give me a religion check then with advantage.
Okay.
Again, the advantage coming from you and Nemo, these joint cleric, way of peace, or domain of peace, trying to help. What'd you get?
That was my first roll. That was
Okay.
5 plus whatever.
5 plus whatever.
Okay.
Should've given
I'm
you the
not
bard.
sure. One sec.
Mike,
If it doesn't work, I can do it.
Still.
Nemo could try to. And remind me, your divine intervention now has a week reset because
Yeah.
it worked out.
1 second. Sorry, I'm.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
One misses.
No, it's a 13.
13. Yeah, even.
No.
It's already basically impossible when you don't have divine intervention because you're
I
like, I'm
know,
just trying.
it sucks.
You call out and you feel that may have been the biggest thing Tigerly could have done. It's
Yeah.
as the arrow shot fired, you feel the magic show up. Again,
If
that
that's
wall of
the
flame
case, because
still
I
up.
don't want to have to use another 3rd level, instead of doing Beacon of Hope,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to Guiding Bolt from the top from here, because I can do that.
Heck yeah,
Because I
guy.
have like a 240 foot range.
Yeah, that's insane.
So I will
Gosh, yeah.
Aim for one of the explosives.
shoot, not the explosive ones. I'm going for Shan-Yu.
Excellent. Yeah, so like on the other side of the wall as he's
Which,
down.
because now that gives whoever hits him next, that gives you advantage.
Advantage. Especially with like Nick and Nemo right there, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Guiding bolts. Okay. Please. Oh, come on.
Shan-Yu eat who?
Why?
Sean, you eat your heart out. Right now, do it, or I'll kill
That's a
you.
Wait,
16?
no, we already beat Davy.
A 16? That hits.
Woo!
Again, his armor class is shot. Like, lots of stuff can hit him. It's just, there's a give and take. Gosh, man.
1, 2,
Wait, that's our scheme.
But now he's free.
6.
He's free now, so I can do stuff with him.
He's finally free. How does it feel to have
You
one
say.
turn with your big bat?
Oh, it's been 4 rounds of combat.
Oh,
We're
come
doing
on.
stuff here.
Still got the 5 so
It's
far.
been like 24 seconds.
I hate that whenever people say that. Like,
It's the weirdest
not
feeling where you're like, it doesn't feel like
No,
6.
that's-
But,
No
It's-
way Nemo said all that stuff in 6 seconds.
right, and I'm like, because then it's like, oh, so you guys can't talk or do stuff? Like, imagine, you can tell people stuff, only 6. Do this, go now! And then, like, the other person can't say anything because
That's
it's
not
not
what
your
I'm trying to
turn,
do.
right? Like,
Stab it.
Yeah.
Stab
Because
it.
it's mechanically
You nat
6
20 on a
seconds, but it's
persuasion
not
check.
really
Oh, 6 seconds.
that's why I'm
over.
like, I use the 6 seconds where it's like, it helps to figure out how long spells can last, how long things can do. But if you're gonna say something or do something, it's so much easier to be able to, like, actually do it,
Yeah,
right?
it's a
Like,
lot
Okay.
cooler.
it's,
That
yeah, right?
is
Put everyone
21
on a
points of
6-second
radiant
timer,
damage.
bro.
21 points. Shan-Yu, now looking severely hurt. Once more, radiating light as it burns across his skin, singeing the edges of his hair.
Can we have a symbol of Lily just emblazoned permanently on his
Molotov
chest?
cocktail inside a target ring on his chest.
Oh yeah.
Advantage. Go for that. Phoebus is going to
Please
What is
don't
it?
with those.
hit him. I don't want to be selfish, but I hit incredibly hard.
You're
Uh,
third nat.
Molotovs
No.
to throw.
Nemo,
already
that
used
is
my
your
bonus
turn.
action.
You are about
Yes.
40 feet
Nemo,
above
you
Shan-Yu.
can try what I tried if you want.
Let me
Up to
take
you.
us back down to
Oh,
How
Yeah.
close am I to the armies?
Because right
Armies-
now,
unfortunately, right now it looks like. Oh wait, which armies?
Mulan's armies.
Oh, Mulan's 30 feet.
30 feet.
the entire.
Well, wait, you're 30 feet plus 40, so it's like 45 because diagonal. All that.
I mean, you can always jump.
Someone's gonna have to catch me.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna throw you and catch you. It's not my turn either.
Bob, throw me.
And there's no way I could just do a dex like check to just jump because I'm in a.
No.
How far away is he from me right now?
From you, unfortunately, they're like 40 feet off the ground. You're still at the 100-foot high mark, or excuse me, on the tower. That's another 30. You're 130 feet up, so that's like a good 90 feet diagonal on the other side. So.
Okay. Sorry.
I will
was
say,
counting.
Beacon of
Okay.
Hope
Yeah.
is only useful if you're getting hit.
I want to try something, but I don't know if it's a smart idea or not.
All right. Yeah. What do you want to try?
So you know how you said that Shan-Yu's finally free?
Yes.
I want to, stop that. Where is Shan-Yu? Is he on, just on a thing of snow, or...
Standing on the ground, yeah, just kind of like standing in this like dirt snow mixture. Because like on the other side, when people are constantly moving, it's gross.
Would you call a clump of that dirt snow mixture an object?
Maybe.
Yeah. So, Olatuk's Resilient Sphere, I can do it on a creature or object. That means nothing can pass through. So if I do it on the object, and it just happens to be around Shan-Yu, he can't move with it, he can't escape.
Do something
Force
on
him
him
as an object.
that he's wearing.
Well,
You could
Oh,
do it
yeah.
on him.
if I do it on him, he'd have to do a dex save.
Exactly.
And
What
making a
does he
dex save.
Do it
have
on his
any?
pants.
can I do it on his pants?
Dude, I mean, he's wearing things. He has
those
objects on
swords?
him.
Here's what I will tell you. Because of the way the spell's phrased, if you're doing it like on pants or on object, he's technically not the target and can be that, oh, I'm just a creature nearby, so I just get pushed away. Like, there's no way to do it unless
he
he's...
loses his pants.
Right, like, yeah, I lose his pants. Like, it's
We
weird,
just
like,
pants
cut
him?
off 2 pants, but, like, that's it. Like, he doesn't care. He'll kill you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and so, like, to do it, you would want to try it on him.
So
like,
is that a free disarm spell in the future?
no.
Hey, wait a minute. Get rid of their armor?
Yeah, cast it on his weapons.
Cast
Yeah,
on his
just
weapon.
pants him in the middle.
Oh, heck yeah, wait, you could totally cast it on someone's weapon, right? Like, and yeah, you just can't.
I mean, it's a 4th level spell.
It's a 4th level spell just to take away someone's weapon, but
Also,
If
if,
it's
I try
like
to
the
do this,
Dawnbringer
that
or
means
something.
nothing can go in or out.
So we can't kill him.
so he's stuck in there.
I think we should just
Maybe
kill
that's a
him.
good
Just kill him.
Listen,
Nemo doesn't.
Nemo!
I'm gonna get a
Nemo
hit on
don't
him.
care. Nemo a fish.
So you're gonna stop the party?
Hey yo. Well, I think it's a clever like. You could kill him, but this would like stop him completely, and so like he's cut off from his army, can't do stuff. Like that's
And
a
we can
big thing.
interrogate him later.
Hmm?
That's. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
It might not be a. It might be a fail for Nemo,
Does he get advantage on this because
but
of
this
guiding bolt?
this could be a way for Nemo to
no,
grow.
because this is
Saving
Shan-Yu's dex save, and it's kind of flat. So he's got a +7.
So
What's your
please
DC
make a
save?
15. That's the
15.
DC.
So 7 or lower, one-time roll. That is a success. As
Damn.
you cast Resilient Sphere, Shan, you watch as it starts to grow around him. He just cracks it bare hand, rips it apart as the
Nice.
magic fades off into the Ethereum. Shan-Yu is free.
Okay.
Hashtag free Shan-Yu. It's a free
Well,
Britney.
that's my turn.
All right. The Huns are going to take their turn. They got to reroute now, though. Oof. That's rough. Come
Get their
on.
push.
They do their push at disadvantage because they failed
Let's go.
hardcore. It's not like most armies can naturally just keep moving. So on disadvantage, they barely make. So like some get back up to the wall force, feel it, and they're gonna start spreading around. So now it's the armies like that are down here that aren't too far away. So on another good push, they might make it, but it's still like the ones get up, the wall force to stop them. So now it's these guys are
I don't
gonna
know,
have to
army
keep
is
pushing.
China's problem.
Listen, that's not ours. That does make though the catapults against the ship. Here we go. That is
Should have cast that on one of the
How?
catapults.
yeah, these are heavy catapults.
Wait, what happened with the sphere?
It failed.
It failed.
Oh,
it did
I have a
fail.
question
He
when you're done
ripped it
with
with his
this
bare hands.
Yes.
Oh, man.
about sneak attack.
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
spells.
Got a +14 hit. Oh, and this is a construct. Ooh, this might
If
be
I'm
bad.
hiding,
There are a total of 5 catapults that are able to attack.
No,
Here comes the first
has to be a
one.
melee attack.
That is 1 hit.
Wait, what about like celestial weapon?
That is 2 hits. That is 3 hits. That is a critical fail. They do not hit at all, even with their giant plus. So only 3 hits, and finally, that was a crit. Here we go.
We got 4 hits of catapults on the Meridian.
5.
4 hits, 1's a crit.
But it might as well be.
Might as well have been 5. Here we go.
Reaction on Candy Dog.
That is going to be the first one. Oh, I have the d6 right here. So 1.
It's not a run.
Here's the
Make
first
a
2
roll.
hits of damage.
I mean, it could maybe sneak attack if it's hiding and turns invisible.
And
That's pretty much what we did.
Stick attack.
1,
Stop the boat. Sorry.
30.
It's the
45.
butt.
The first 2 hits do 45 damage, double to 90 to the Meridian.
Why is it double?
Construct.
Construct. These are catapults attacking something made of wood and metal and stone, right? It's a construct. The first 2 attacks. Here comes the third attack, which will just be 6. Yikes. 10.
Crap, guys.
23 combined. 23 makes 46. The warship is down to 364. I'm keeping track of it today for Phoebus and Barbosa. And here comes the crit. That is all of these together for
That's
1
like
hit together.
Triple then, wouldn't it? Because it already doubles.
It's so I'm doubling the dice and then all that double. I double the dice so that if it has a vulnerability, that just I do a ×2 if that makes sense.
Okay.
Some 1s, okay. 10, 20, 30, 38 makes 76 points of damage doubled. You guys watch. The Meridian suddenly looks badly injured. 288 hit points remain. As Barbosa's
So we're half.
on his turn, he's gonna try to start taking like evasive stuff, like trying to help. But as long as, because right now Mulan, the catapults are aimed at Shan-Yu, it's that like these can help hit him, but it's at the cost of we're not going for their catapults. And now they're like, well, we're gonna take down the ship that's attacking our leader. As catapults finish up, Shan-Yu will take his turn. As he is standing here, he is going to finally, because he is free, has capability to do so, he is going to take the teleporting action. I can only move him
Yay!
20 all the way
Crap.
Oh, look who's being a coward now.
back to his army.
Ah.
And because I should have technically, well, no, because he wants to be closer. He boom back to his army as they're gonna get some good buffs with him nearby.
Yeah.
They have better chances at succeeding doing their stuff to breach the wall when he is with them. As Shan-Yu takes that action out, because again, he's not going to sit and let a bunch of catapults. So Mulan, our next turn, will command catapults to start redirecting back towards it, but there'll be one last turn of their catapults attacking you before they re-engage back against each other. That makes Gusteau's turn.
Hey, remind me how. Excuse me.
Mm.
How far up the wall is?
Right now, from where you are at, it's 130 feet. Because you are all the way up and on this additional 30-foot guards tower, right, to stand.
Okay, how far down, like, physically down, is Shan-Yu from me?
Shan-Yu
So he's 130 feet down, of course.
is
but how-
about
many
80,
spaces
plus another 10, 20, 100 feet away. And that's, I'm being generous because, like, it's 100 feet going just, like, directionally for it. It's still technically a diagonal, but 100 feet is what we say for D&D terms.
Okay, I'm going to move my entire 30 feet across the wall to get within range. So that would put me like 70 feet, right?
That'll put you about 7 feet away. So, yeah, right now you kind of, like, link up with Mulan. It's that run up right here. Clunk, 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 clunk.
Okay. I'm going to text. I'm going to cast Vortex Warp on him
Ooh.
and attempt to pull him up here.
Whoa. Excellent. Vortex Warp.
Fancy.
That's a
He
good
has
one.
to make a con saving throw.
Okay.
He can choose to fail. And he's teleported to an unoccupied space, my choice, that I can see within range.
You
It
know?
has to be on a surface or in a liquid. So.
He might, because I mean, you're basically taking him up to you, or wait, to an unoccupied space of your choice within range. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he doesn't get to choose where he lands, but
I was thinking, I'm like, if he's taking him to you, he might. Yeah, sure, he'll come attack you, but it's not like okay. Con save, he has a decent con. Doesn't have that indomitable, man. Hate having that gone. What's your DC save now, though?
17.
That was a 16.
Beautiful. Also, can we say
Natural
that
8.
I'm like right beside Mulan, like up and at one space back from her, and he teleports right in front of me on the edge of the wall.
Like that?
One back, so he can teleport directly in front, back away from the edge.
Oh, excuse me.
And he is teleporting right on the edge.
Clever. Shan-Yu, I have to go grab him now. Let's go back down. Back downstairs. Good lord. He is going to move up to the 6th level. 130 feet in the air. He's right on top.
I'm gonna action surge and attempt to shove him.
What? Dude, what are you doing?
He pulled him. He teleported him up to the edge of the wall, and I was gonna try and shove him off with an action surge.
So that he gets fall damage from the...
130 feet down.
I still have to shove him, but
That could work!
Hey, yo.
Ask
Lincoln?
for a help action for the blood.
Are you ready for your first box of doom?
I am. I've never been so ready in my
This
life.
is so cool.
Could
Here's
Mulan
what we'll
give
do.
me the help
There's
action?
no better.
Unfortunately, no. All of her actions are being spent in the army. Here we
Bummer.
go. This is Box of
Do
Doom,
you
my
still have
friend.
any lucky points?
He's got one. I will roll first in the Box of Doom because
let me check
he's
my
going.
opposed
This is an
strength.
opposed check.
Hey. My luckies are for me to use, okay?
You've got one.
They aren't your luckies.
I'm just saying.
He has a +9 to strength. Strength is his best suit, right? He knows how to do this. So he has a +9, but again, this is kind of flat for him. My gosh.
Sorry, bro.
That is a 26 DC.
I have to roll a nat 20.
You got a nat
That-
20
Flash of
But if you
genius,
do
right?
this,
Oh, I can do that.
you could flash it in.
So
Or
you
what
can
would
roll a
flash?
19.
Flash of genius. You could 19.
No, because it's +5, and I have -3 to my athletics.
So you now have a +2 to your athletics.
I do?
Wait, no, because you have a +5 with flash of genius, right?
Yes.
So
So I have only a +2, so I have to roll a nat 20.
you have to roll that 20 up.
Could he
This
use,
could happen though.
Is there a way he could use intelligence instead of strength? If he does?
No, it's
There's-
My Thunder
there's a,
Gauntlets allow me to use
Blade
intelligence
Singer.
instead, and they're on my
No,
hands.
not Blade Singer.
Your
There's,
Thunder Gauntlets do allow you to do this. Let me check that real quick. Let's hold the roll.
Okay, sitting
I'll
back down.
check the rule because it's
Wait, yeah.
What you just said might have worked.
The plus to hit that I have with them is also a +9.
because Thunder Gauntlet is part of your character. It's a Thunder Gauntlets 5e. There we go. I had to like look it up. It wasn't my thing. So here's what I just need to check real quick. Your armor fist count as the melee weapons. They deal a d8 and they have disadvantage. Emits a distracting pulse, infiltrator, and use intelligence for this instead of strength.
Yeah, and I'm also just.
Because this is an attack,
So
most
then
shove-based
Arcana
stuff.
check?
Because it's basically you're taking a shove action against him, right? It's,
Uh-huh.
so, yes, you can use intelligence
Yes!
because you are an
Go!
artificer. Here we go. Ready?
So is that
The
my Thunder
Artificer.
Gauntlets plus, or is that just intelligence plus?
It's
the...
your intelligence, your proficiency. So your proficiency right now is +4 plus your intelligence, which I believe
Which is 5. So I have +9.
+9.
And I'm gonna
I
use.
love the big
Well,
dice.
we'll see if I need to use Flash of
You
Genius.
have
but
a 9. So on a
potentially have a-
17 or higher, this is it. If you use Flash of
Yes.
Genius, it's 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna just have. I'm not. We'll see what happens, but then I'll use it.
Here we go, Box of Doom.
12!
Flash of Genius.
Flash of Genius! Gusto. As
Oh wait, my dice.
Is that exactly 27?
That's the exact 27.
So
12 plus 5, 17
Shan-Yu
plus
need to
9,
meet
27.
his?
He had to meet Shan-Yu.
Oh, he had to meet
You
Shan-Yu.
have to meet your opponent,
Okay.
Attacker beats.
right? It's, yeah, attacker beats and those
Gotcha,
things.
gotcha.
As you are pushing, what you do, he boom boom crushes the metal under your fingers. You feel his pure raw strength bending the metal. As he pushes through, he just goes, "What will you do to me, insolent tin can?"
Push ya.
As you look down, Flashy
I'm going to
Genius,
push you.
you got no legs. You slide off the edge of his heavy tail. He is going to start
Ah!
falling on his turn
Oh, buddy.
and gonna take 13d6 of fall damage.
Maybe
Well,
we can speed up his fall so
John.
he falls harder.
Well, yeah, because he keeps healing himself. This is the only way to kill him. We just...
at the end
He
of
does
your
keep
turn,
doing so.
Gusto,
I still have
um,
silence. At
Shan-Yu
120 feet.
is
Fast.
going to take a legendary action against you. He's basically just gonna slash out at you as he falls.
Okay.
So he's gonna use longsword.
Oh, they're trying to drag him down with him?
Kind of. If he can successfully hit
I mean,
and
he's a tin
fail
can,
a
just
strength
press
save.
it back in together and he's fine. Yeah, seriously. I have that.
On a natural 2. I'll kill you! Phew! Swipes. The sword is a foot from your face.
I don't blink.
Well, you don't.
Cause I can't. Boom! As he begins to fall, that's his ship. Barbosa turns the warship. The warship crits into the army. The army is starting to look heavily injured. I mean, the fire is burning. The Molotovs spread cannon fire after another into the side of them. As the warship changes, it's slowly, again, it's starting to pull you guys, like, around. Because, again, getting to the bottom so it pushes into the wall. Kind of putting the armies of China and you guys in between. As that happens, beginning of the turn, Shan-Yu's not with his army, so the army's going to try a lair action top of their turn. They ain't go nowhere.
They're staying right there.
Nick Wild, that is your turn.
What you gonna do?
You're 40 feet off the ground, meaning 90 feet up, and the rest over. Dash and bonus dash, 100-yard dash, up and over. You're there. If you want to. I'm just
there
like,
a hole?
right
There's a
now,
wall of
the
force.
whole, it's the wall of force on the other side, right? Where you are at, the Chinese army is entering in through, like, doors here, but it's, like, single file because they're starting to spread in. So going through, it's, like, heavy, difficult terrain and a wall of force against.
So going diagonally 160 feet, can I get to the edge?
Where, like, Shan-Yu was?
Yeah.
Yes. That's the craziest thing about all this, is, let's find you guys.
Man, I'm quick.
You guys are quick. Here we go, let's move
I
you
love
up the
that
layers.
bonus action dash you can do.
Oh,
it's,
two, three,
it's
four,
the best.
6.
Especially on a
You-
board
boom,
that
boom,
fast.
boom,
Dude.
Boom. Yeah. Fun fact,
You
because
literally
it's
just go. Whoop.
If
90
David's a
feet
one level
up
fighter,
and like 40 feet.
the
You
action
still have
versus two
20
and
feet
two.
of movement.
It's 2.
Oh.
And also, it doesn't double your bonus action. It's only an action.
So 20 feet of movement left. So like you could even get
Well, you
around
can do the
Shan-Yu
regular
if you
action.
want. But what would you like to do?
I want to throw my sword into the guiding bolt at Shan-Yu.
Into the bullseye.
Ooh.
Yeah, because you get advantage.
You get advantage. Throw it, my guy. With advantage. Jeez Louise.
Where's the D20?
Jesus.
I have plus 11 to this roll. Well over 20. 2 17s.
He has terrible AC right now. His attacks are stronger, like most stuff, but he can't.
Good
he-
for him.
Good for him. Gosh,
It works if he takes
dang. You guys are I
I
thought
don't-
this was a fair fight. I thought I got this.
I don't have any smites
No,
left, so it's only
barely.
46 and 1d8.
Oh
A
my
lot of
God.
ones, though.
Now imagine if we had Phoebus and Barbosa.
Yeah, like
28 damage.
28 damage. I was gonna say, because Phoebus would be doing the same stuff, and Ian would be like, I'm not just gonna move the ship, I'm gonna like cork spin screw the ship to like wave fire into the armor. Like, all you guys are so smart. You
He would have
figure
been
out.
aiming at the catapults from the get-go.
Yeah, right. He'd been like, well, there's catapults. I'm not doing it because I'm like, I gotta just.
Oh yeah. You're
So,
fine.
Having
God.
this
They're on
team
autopilot.
all together, we're just
Shan-Yu was
insane.
looking so hurt. On
Yeah,
this
we
last
are.
life, this last thing he has, he is already horribly hurt.
Be more.
Is he
As-
gonna
boom.
attack somebody?
Legendary. Yeah, he's got
I'm
5
just gonna
legendary actions
wave
now.
at him.
He's gonna try to swipe at Gusteau again.
He's falling.
That's not one. Phew.
I wanted to.
Miss.
Can we say
Miss.
that? I know I forced him to leave my area, but since he missed on a nat one, can I take an opportunity attack as he's swiping at me?
Yes.
Since he's
I
got
Yeah.
would say
Wait.
yes.
Throws
Does
another
this guy
brute
hit
force.
really hard?
Me?
No, him.
Oh, him? Yes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I think I just
Yeah.
want to take the gauntlet that he kind of was squeezing into.
Squeeze.
Just punch him with it.
Boom. It's full super smash down air. Just like as he's
Nat
full.
20.
Kazuya
Oh,
down
yeah!
smash.
What?
Smash his head in!
Holy
That is a
crap!
nat 20.
Good lord! Roll damage! God!
He's gonna die before hitting the ground.
This
We
is
should start
literally
counting.
you like Smash
That's
Bros
18
style
damage on him.
crit him over the side. Push him boom boom.
No, that's
Game.
fine.
18 points of damage. Shan-Yu is now looking bloodied. Even before he goes over, he is looking dazed and confused. Oh, he might. As Mike Wazowski, that is your turn.
Really cool.
Mike, you guys are right there. So you're actually a little bit higher than the platform right now over here. But you can like see all this happening.
Because the second he hits, if he hits me again, right?
What?
Continue.
He's gonna try. Again, at the cost of AC and new lives, he does get more legendary actions. He becomes
okay.
different as
Darn.
But this is last life, right?
stop. Yes. Rule of 3 video game. We all know this.
It
yes.
becomes,
Mike
like-
Wazowski, sorry.
Lighter on his feet.
Show. Show.
I would like to call upon the
When
wrath
there's
of
6
God.
people jumping a dude.
Just imagine. Yeah, it's like all of
There's
us
only
get
4 of
scared.
us on him right
Okay.
No,
now.
we're about to
So
jump
I-
this guy.
I want to ask some questions on Wall of Force because it's concentration 10 minutes, but
It
it
is.
never says anything about not being able to move it or being able to move it. So that's kind of your
Yes.
discretion.
Wall of Force. I think it's one of those like most like Wall of Force, Flame, Ice. Once they are set, they are set.
Yeah, there's
so it's
stuff
hard to
there.
like just take them away.
You're just gonna push everybody back.
Yeah, it was smart.
I
Wait.
was thinking about taking them and then like using them to defend the ship because now there's
Ooh.
a entire room full of an army that
What is
Yes.
can pick people off. one by
What if
one.
people try to like throw the guys into the wall of force?
Yeet.
Do
Like a
gravity
bounce
single
ball.
suck that into it?
That would be me.
That would be awesome.
Get over here.
Is gravity sinkhole concentration?
But there's no more 4th level. It's not concentration. It's an instantaneous, which is nice. But it's that high
Oh,
level.
but
How
out-
far
out of
away are
fifth on the
we?
spell slots.
From Shan-Yu?
From Shan-Yu, 10, 20, 30, 35 feet.
We want him to get a few more attacks off.
Can I
Wow.
catapult a Molotov into his face?
That's good.
Just
I like
catapult?
that.
Specific
Heck yeah.
catapult.
This, heck yeah. Go ahead, catapult. Just kind of
There's one of the ones
happens.
with gunpowder
Or
in it.
like one of those bigger sets of Molotovs. The biggest one that I could carry with the 5 pounds.
Yes.
Make sure it's one of the ones that got gunpowder in it.
That too.
The object flies 90 feet, stops early. If it was strike creature, they'll make a deck save. Because there might be 38 bludgeoning damage, so he'll make a quick deck save as well. Let alone the deck save for the Molotov.
With
He fails the force.
minus Bardic.
Do you want to minus the Bardic? Because he already failed the force. So yeah, you can minus the Bardic for his
For the
fire save. Because that's going to be 5d6 fire damage.
minus
What's the likelihood that it has a little bit more because it's got gunpowder in it?
Still the 5d6. It helps it like more like spread, if that makes sense.
minus 7.
Oh gosh. 13 plus 7 minus 7 is a 13. That is a failed dexterity save. Go ahead and roll 5d6 fire damage for that Molotov cocktail to this dude's face, as well as 3d8 force damage from just this lump sum of. I'll say this is probably the rest of your Molotovs. You'll have to stop and make more as a crew.
Oh, for sure.
Wrapping them up, these last 5 in a big old sticky tape style.
That's our
And-
family home evening night.
Our FHE night, we make bombs.
That's like
Nemo's
page,
the presider.
that's like page 1 of the pamphlet.
Yeah.
A
You want a baby one?
Yes.
Do you want to know how we make bombs? We're not
Yeah.
like any other church.
You want to
Sorry.
make bombs?
You want to buy a sundial? Oh my god!
Please, no.
That's not a lot of damage.
Roll pull gun on baby.
He's still bloodied already,
2,
so.
4,
Infinite sky!
Oh my gosh, my computer would die.
18.
18 more points of
I
damage.
put down a lot for this guy.
Shan-Yu is now horribly bloody, burned
I
as
rolled so many
boom,
ones.
slams into the side of his head, fire dripping down him as he's flying.
Yeah.
It's not like, again, punching him while he's falling, hitting him while he's falling. As that happens, he's got a legendary action again against Gusteau. Come on. This is what he can do. There we go, Gusteau. You're getting hit.
Gets his third nat one.
Not today.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 9. Ooh, yikes.
I was hoping
Yeah.
So
that would
15, 16,
Just
27.
dies in a
27,
blazing
25.
glory while falling.
Gusteau, you take 32 points of damage.
That's a pretty good hit.
How much?
How much?
HP
Can
does
you
he
make
have left?
Can you make a wisdom save for me really quick?
Wait, why? Why does he have to do that?
Oath of Redemption has 2 channel divinities. One of them's useless. The other one's probably the best channel divinity in the game. It's called Rebuke the Violent.
He takes all of that damage as well. Bye bye.
So he's got to make a wisdom save.
Yeah, and if you would like to roll it twice, that'd be cool.
So Oath of Redemption, it's the
And oh no, he's fine.
Oh, I don't take it.
You're fine.
Oh my.
you're fine. If
Holy
he
crap.
fails, it goes back to him. Good lord, I'm just making sure. Yeah.
I don't know. My bulb.
No, he takes half if he
Oh.
succeeds.
After an attacker deals
Oh my gosh.
attack against a creature,
You don't
uses a
get hit at
reaction,
all.
force the actor to make a wisdom
That's
save
so
on a failed
fancy.
save. Radiant damage equal damage just dealt.
Dude.
The other channel divinity is worthless, but this one's insane. The other channel divinity gives me +5 to persuasion.
And on,
that's pretty good,
and on a successful save, it's
That
only
would
half
have
as
to
much.
be
12.
Okay, so Gusteau, you still will take 32 points of damage, of course.
Oh.
I do.
That is part
Oh,
of the
I
rebuke
think-
of the divine. It's
yeah.
more just like he does it reaction. If he fails, all of it
immediately
also to
after
him,
it deals damage.
and
Cool.
if he succeeds, it's only half.
Still though.
Can you
That's
roll this
pretty good.
twice?
Let him see.
Would you
fails
believe
it.
he's got a +8 to wisdom or a +9 to wisdom?
Damn.
Again, he's very wise. What's your
Easy.
DC save?
15.
15?
Not this battle.
Yeah, he hasn't been rolling well.
You kidding me? On synthetic 12. He takes 32 points of damage. He looks like he's on death's door.
I want to do it. Let me do it.
I mean, you are.
That makes
It's
Mulan's turn.
Oh.
On her turn, she's commanding the army still in, and she's now quickly getting the catapults back to the army. It's not like, okay, we know even if they breach, our armies are in. Catapults moving. Yeah, that's her whole turn.
We're broken.
Phoebus and Esmeralda,
cracked.
that is your turn.
Level
My
11.
turn.
Get in with the
Get
thing.
over here.
I swear, if I miss, I'm gonna be so mad.
That'd be so fun.
That'd be actually
Yeah,
hilarious.
and then
Well,
it's-
because that's the thing, the catapults
over
are
it.
after.
Yep.
All right. We are going to do. Let's. How far away is he?
I mean,
From you, he
Yeah.
is 10, 20, 30, 40. We look at the big battle map. Yeah.
It's 40. Oh, I can cast Firebolt 900, 240 feet. Never mind.
Fire. Yeah.
Fire.
Firebolt.
Fireball! Fireball! Fire! BK fire!
Oh gosh.
That was like a weird
That's correct.
spectrum.
That is
fire! Fireball!
That is a
Fox
16
is
plus
Smash
5.
4 voice.
21
Fire.
hits.
21
Go ahead and roll 2d10 fire damage. This is close. He's close. 2d10 fire damage. Here we go.
Okay.
And he's ignited on fire. Or, well, no, anything he's not wearing, so he's fine.
Alright.
What'd you get?
Let's do some math. That's probably the only.
It's just the 2d10, though. It doesn't add in any of
Yeah.
the other bonuses. Yeah.
So that's 9
Dang it!
points
9.
of fire damage.
He is barely
Can I
alive.
bonus
Well, his
action
fall
throw
damage
a knife?
do the rest.
Because I'm a rogue.
You can't throw things. With
You
multiple-
can't.
You can't
no.
throw things with bonus actions?
Yeah.
Unless you
found
already
out.
attacked with a light weapon.
Oh,
It's,
that's true.
yeah.
That's right.
Oh, me.
That's so.
Yeah.
Let me see if I do have
love
one thing I
Sam.
can.
And
Right,
Phoebus is
you're
gonna
gonna
take
get the killing
Let
blow.
gravity do
He
it.
don't get the killing blow.
Let gravity finish it.
You could let gravity fish it. It's not like
I could.
Or
because his turn is after Nemo,
not
and so it's
gonna
just
hurt
Nemo.
Throws
Nemo
Nemo
fist.
out.
unarmed strike does 2 damage.
How? How is it even 2? It should
It's
be
like
like
a
negative
bonk.
1.
Yeah, I know,
You
right?
jump out of the bowl and slap him.
So I can't.
Yes.
Is there any way
Harry
I
the
can
Paladin
throw
style.
something at him or
It's-
anything?
yeah.
Or not throw, but.
Because it would be like an object interaction, it wouldn't have the weight. Because again, you'd have to do it not because it takes an action of 5.
Unarmed strike literally.
Barely.
I can't, like, push something over
No.
the edge at him.
No, because
Just
you're
like
like 40
gravity
feet
do
away,
it.
and like it.
I
Yeah.
want to kill him so bad!
Saved
know.
one of those Molotovs.
I'll go
I
see-
know!
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I'm
it
sorry.
helps. It helps.
Zero.
Because it would have just happened later. It's like, okay, I'll throw these 3, I'll throw 2, right?
See, but if she rolled a 6 instead of a 1.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Can I bonus action it though?
Yes, you can. Just
I'm
in
a rogue!
case. I'm not
Phoebus,
gonna let
do
someone
something
kill
to
me.
Protect the ship.
Phoebus is
nice.
helping. Actually, some of his stuff, he's helping like casting his invisible servant to like fix the ship as fast as he can. Yeah, they're doing stuff to make sure the ship won't just like explode. It'll get
I don't wanna
horribly injured,
play
but it's
with
not
you
like it won't
anymore.
break.
Nah,
no.
man.
We'll be stuck in
What'd you
China
get?
for
That's an 8 plus
Hey,
6.
after 2 nat 20s in a row, there's always going to be a chance. Here we
I'm
go.
kind of just mad
too
now.
far away.
I'm mad.
I'm mad.
I want him dead so bad.
Nemo,
Why?
that is your turn, buddy.
Because
Okay.
I have a thirst for vengeance for some reason.
Because after your turn, Nemo,
He's
it'll
done
be the
nothing to
Huns
you.
which on you, and so he will fall on his turn.
He probably doesn't even know who we are. We just showed up out for blood.
Oh, well.
Listen, I started his. Listen, remember, was he one of the ones that didn't have a body to begin with
Yeah.
because of me? I wanted to be able to finish him.
It's that fishing, like, I kept you from your body and now I take you from this
Yeah.
life, kind of. I brought you into this world. Yeah.
I'm gonna take you
Nemo,
out.
you look very pensive. Is there anything I can help you with?
Nemo really doesn't want this guy dead.
Oh my god!
It's that Nemo wants
That's not
the best.
saying James doesn't want
Yeah,
him dead.
but it's like Nemo would like to try.
Heal him.
No,
Nemo,
if you cast
heal
a
him,
healing spell on him, I'm throwing you over the edge with him.
Alright, and the
I'm
fish
gonna
is
drop him over
gone.
to do
Yeah,
stuff.
no.
You're gonna be tonight's dinner.
Mike Wazowski will teach him swear words.
Death Ward.
Why?
Isn't that touch?
No, why?
Oh, that is a touch, I think.
And yeah, you would have to get close enough to the creek, like, yeah, because you would need Nick to throw you there.
I'm not throwing you.
I'm not giving you this satisfaction.
That's fair. That's
Nemo.
completely fair.
It's well, because
He
it's
made
not
his
just
choice.
like, oh, I don't want to. It's not like, well, but then we could interrogate him, capture him. There's options. I see where you're coming from.
But he made his choice. He chose not to
could
repent.
heal him, but I'm not.
Yeah, that would be dickish.
Even Nemo knows.
Even Nemo
that
knows.
he's not.
Remember, kids, a friend doesn't let a friend heal the enemy.
I don't know
Nemo,
why
you're
that was
swimming in
so
poo
funny.
water for the next 3 weeks.
We ain't cleaning your tank. What a weird, like, punishment to threaten. Like, we won't clean your room.
This won't heal him.
Mm.
This won't kill him either.
Oh.
No, don't you dare. No, you have to be within 30 feet of him.
Oh, that's true. How far away is
Non-action
he
is
from
an
me?
action.
He's in 30 feet of you.
Refusal to take sides
Damn
is
it.
taking a side.
10, 20.
Emboldening bond.
No!
Lets me choose up to 4 willing creatures. Oh,
He only
willing
has to
creatures.
be willing.
Yeah, he's not gonna be. Because, like, he doesn't know. Like, even if you told him, here, I'm helping you. No? Like, yeah, he.
You're right.
I don't think he would
Be
help.
like, screw you.
Nemo, he made his choice. Just let him die.
Then I'm
Doug is great,
going
let
to
him bury
hold my
himself.
action until he dies.
Ooh.
Stay with him, fight him, I swear.
Well, like, okay. I think I
I'm
see
gonna
it.
bring him back. If he's dead, then he's dead.
Does
but-
Phoebus have like banish or something?
No, it's that's
I
a
almost
cleric
took
spell
that.
that you guys can like take when you like long.
Isn't that
rest.
like higher level though?
Banishment's a 4th level spell?
Really?
What?
Yeah,
Banishment is a charisma save, and if they pass, it does nothing.
and he may be very
The
charismatic.
spells
You
that
could
you've
assume.
taken are much
Here we
better.
go. The
Yeah, I'm
one
just saying, if
T
something's bad
are
right now,
going
get him out of here so that
to
keep
make a
him
push.
safe.
Banishment is a spell that, like, when
Yeah,
you're
that's an
scrolling down,
advantage.
you see it and you're like, oh, banishment,
So
I'll just
3.
take it, you know.
So they
But
will
there
take
are
the
better
3.
options out there.
Ooh, so here's what's important. As
One of those
Crap.
flashy
at the
names.
bottom, you see again these Wanti are going to move
Hunty.
forward.
You want tea?
1,
You want
2,
tea? You want tea?
3. This top row explode
Well, at least those guys are dead.
as
On T?
you want explosion. The Chinese army's
They're all just
inside,
a
and
pro-
thankfully
a
Mulan
protein
prepped them enough so
You
the first
fuck.
row
Okay,
of guards that made
they're
it
really easy
immediately
to
shields
hit.
up. They're not taking damage from the explosion because they know what's going to happen now. They're going to engage here. So now the army is breached, and now they're going to make a push.
It's okay.
Here we
No, I
go.
said yeah. Like,
That's
Oh, I thought you were like, ah!
the catapults.
it's kind of both. Ah!
The catapults are going to try to make their attacks against the ship.
Right.
5 attacks.
This
14
might,
plus
we
the
might lose
warships.
Meridian, you guys.
I think the idea of
Mario
One,
has fireball, and yet it doesn't.
2,
implies that
3,
there's a third
What?
card, which makes
4.
things unnecessary.
All 5 attacks hit from these catapults.
Guys.
I'm going to do it all at once using my calculator, so it's going to be 6 times 5, so
Fix it with
36.
mendings. It'll take a long time.
Not if the ship's gone.
102 doubled to
Okay.
204. The
It
ship
still
is
has
at
84 damage.
84 damage. You hear the ship creak as boom, boom, boom. It slightly like cracks are running through the timber as you think like if the ship takes more damage, it's going to start cracking and falling.
Barbosa, get the hell out of
It's
here!
that like
Leave
Yeah.
us! Just
just
go!
go.
Yeah.
Well, like
No.
that's I will say they were rolling
The
his
armies
advantage.
can handle the rest of them.
Barbosa, or excuse me,
Yeah.
no. On this next turn, Barbosa's going to start doing more evasive maneuver stuff.
No, I want a gun. Everyone just abandoned ship. We're
Here we
gonna
go.
save
This is
Meridian.
Shan-Yu. He's about to fall.
Wow, you
13
fashion.
D6. I have them right here.
I'm carrying 114.
How fat are you? It's important.
Why?
Because I could carry you.
Do any of these
10,
people
if you were alive.
happen to be carrying this?
20,
You know, like
30,
Like a
It's
ring?
impaled by his
40.
own.
yeah,
How much
before
damage
you were
is
just
this?
a cloth. I could fall.
Shan-Yu, the last thing he sees before he falls.
It's my middle
I'm
finger.
flipping him off.
As
No, I actively was
We're
flipping him off.
all flipping him
Tumbles.
off.
Down.
Oh.
In such, for those that have been here on this channel a while, in such an ironic way, Gusto, you push Shan-Yu off the wall as he falls, tumbling down.
What is that?
Armies clashing, smoke and fire, and this now thick haze kicking up in the morning air. Hits the ground and moves no more.
One. Sort
Shan-Yu is down. With that, the army is going to make a check. This is the biggest check they can make if they surrender or not. Because their leader is
Is
dead.
this box of doom?
This is Box of Doom, because if not, the encounter still will be active, if that makes sense.
yeah, but these guys are like
Dumb.
ants.
I mean, yeah, between you guys, catapults, and everything, you'll be able to finish it in a round. Honestly, like, the army's already not looking great, which actually does impose a bit of a minus buff to them. It's not really Box of Doom, actually. This is just, like, either which way. You watch as silence slowly spreads like the dawn that rises with it. As the army all steps back, the corpse of Shan-Yu bludgeoned into the earth. You see this first row of Yuan Ti drop their weapons and put their hands up. Mulan sees this.
And fires.
She wants to win. No quarter.
Oh my god! That's a war crime.
She has had enough
There's no
of the
such thing as the
Huns.
Geneva Convention.
In this world, she is done.
You
This
have
isn't the
had
first
the
time either.
Geneva.
This is such a common frequency fear for the Elven nation. She's not letting it ever happen. Arrows and catapults flying. They try to scatter, but the fire behind them keeps them from escaping. There was never going to be escape in the first place. We are out of initiative,
Dude.
and that is where we're going to end tonight's
She just
session.
said,
What was your action, Nemo?
Oh, what was-
didn't even
yes.
get to that.
I want to cast Speak with Dead.
animate dead.
Really quick, what does Rebuke the Violent look like? I was imagining just, I see this red
As
energy
his
and then I throw it
boom,
back.
a celestial image of the attack appears out of you and swipes back at him.
Like a holy version of him. Of
A holy
Shan-Yu.
echoing
It's
mirror.
bright red.
As this
Can I
happens,
cast animate dead on him?
my gosh,
Why?
I want him
animate
to start
dead.
killing his own men.
Yay.
Because
long is
I'm
it?
a
What was it?
monster.
Medium or small? He is not medium or smaller.
Dang it! Someone
Speak
polymorph
with
him.
dead. What do you want to say?
I just want to look up to him and say, I'm so sorry this had to happen this way.
I'm not.
As one fail. Nat one.
I was gonna say in the background,
No.
I'm casting Tasha's caustic brew
Just
down towards his
bird,
corpse.
bird. But
Bird,
Nemo, you
baby,
see
bird.
him just. I will return. I am immortal. I will raise the earth. I will wait.
Yeah.
As his soul is pulled back to the underworld by that unholy pact he made,
And don't come back.
his silver scepters clatter to the earth. See you all next time.
Kids!
Bye bye.
Hey!